All right, we are live. Welcome back. This is John, Carnivore Backwoods. This is the Carnivore Hangout. No telling what's going to happen tonight. We're looking forward to a good conversation. Though you never know. You know, the last one we did this a month ago, it was totally kind of crazy and laughing, and we had a good time. So I hope you guys appreciate that. With that said, here's my answer.
What?
That's
what up, guys?
I love that one. That intro was for Rick, and he's over there on his 1980s phone.
I know.
He's got a cord.
Blockbuster's called, and they want his video back.
I think I think the 1980s call, and they want everything in his house back.
It does look like, yeah.
That couch.
That's what I should have done in the intros. I should have had it got Blockbusters.
Hey, I've got my encyclopedia set though, but I had to buy a new one because I went out and bought a 1970s World Book of Knowledge, and it's beautiful, man. And it was missing one book, so I went on eBay and I found the right book for the right year series, and now I have the full set, and including the yearbooks and everything. It's amazing. I mean, listen, this was the internet for me. That's what I used. I wrote all my papers, either that or in the library. And hey, look, Becky's here. We can talk Christmas movies.
Hey, Becky.
Hi.
How's it going? So anyway, I got that, and I told my son, I was like, man, this was everything I knew was from here or my dad or mom or school. I mean, there's no other.
And somebody was selling just a single book.
Yeah, it was a bookstore.
Wow,
so if you ever have like an incomplete set, you can actually sell the individual books to people that are collecting.
Right. Well, if you ever need a complete set, if you look right behind Rick right now,
yeah,
there's a complete set behind.
Listen, they go for like $40 to $60 a piece. If Rick wants to buy a new car, just sell all those.
Sell the encyclopedias, Rick.
Look at his eye.
Conversation.
He's on the call with a buyer right now.
I don't know.
What happened to my light?
Look at him go.
Look at how that cord is all like bunched up.
Do you remember that? And you have to hold it in the air, and then it
just spin around.
I still do that at work.
Oh.
What's up, Becky?
Oh.
It's been a busy day.
Did you watch a movie today?
Huh?
Did you watch a Christmas movie today?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh.
Had a baby shower to go to, meal prepping, Christmas shopping, wrapping presents.
The most
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
You're ahead of me, Becky. Ahead of me. Hey, Mike Shaw.
Hey, how's it going?
Santa Shaw.
How's the weather,
Happy
Mike?
Merry. Well, it's mostly cloudy and cold.
Oh, come on. What kind of weather forecast is that?
It's going to be 18 degrees by morning.
18. It was
18 degrees
32 this morning here.
It's going to be 39 tonight here. So that's pretty cool for Texas.
I had to scrape ice
We had
today.
some snow. We had some snow showers off and on today. It was really kind of surprised too. So it was good, but didn't really stick or anything, but it was great. Very festive.
Cool.
You have the hat for it.
I do. Thank you. And
Fragile.
I didn't see it. What was it?
You got to stay there longer. Yes.
That's
the lamp.
the lampshade.
Lamp.
Fragile.
Fragile.
Italian.
Fragile.
It's Italian. Yeah.
Fragile. Yeah. Hey, forgot about it. Nice lamp.
That lamp. How's that a prize?
That's a good movie.
Well,
Great movie.
Well, we got a bunch of people in here. We're up to 26, in the chat or on the live stream here, guys. We appreciate you being here. We got a group ensemble of a bunch of carnivores here, though I'm expecting a few more to show up. What are we up here to here? 7. So we got room for 3 more. We'll see what happens. But anyways, glad you guys are all here. Everybody having a good holiday. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. Everybody prepared for the big Christmas coming up.
Oh, yeah. I finished all my
I have 3
shopping.
weeks off after next week, so I'm gonna do it then. I'm procrastinating.
I finished all my shopping during the year because I'm a plans officer, or I was. So I buy stuff throughout like the summer, and then I put them in my closet, and I go in and I start. It's kind of like Christmas when I'm like, oh, I forgot I bought this.
Oh
And
yeah.
then sometimes it's like, oh, who's this for? It's like, and I'll make it up as I go. It's okay.
I
And
normally
then,
do that
It
too.
is okay.
Because I forget where I've stashed something, and then
Yeah.
I'll tell at that Christmas. I'll tell one of the kids, "Oh, well, I got you something else, but I don't know where I put it." So when I find it, it'll be like your birthday later in the year. I do that a lot.
So all my presents are wrapped and under the tree. The house is fully decorated. I started with just the lights on the outside before Thanksgiving, the week before, and then just because I didn't want to get caught in the cold weather, and also I wanted the house to look nice on Thanksgiving because I was hosting. And then after Thanksgiving, my son and I did the tree and all the internal decorations, which were nice. So it was good.
I'm really proud of my gift for my kids because it's so carnivore and you're all going to be jealous.
What is it?
What
They're
is it?
getting gift certificates to Fogo de Chao.
Oh.
Nice. That's awesome.
Picanha.
Enough to pay for their meal. And it's funny, I was looking up the prices to make sure, how much to get them.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So that for 2 people each. And like in New York City, where my daughter lives, it's way more expensive than here in Portland.
Yeah.
So I had to plan, but they'll be good.
My sister brought carnivore gifts to Thanksgiving for me because she's a carnivore now. And she
Nice.
brought a whole jar of tallow that she made. And then she brought a big jar of beef bone broth. I was like, man, that's a great gift for a carnivore, right?
Super
Mhm.
gift.
Yeah.
I know. Oh,
Mike,
nice.
you're muted.
My friends
You're
gave me
talking.
bacon for babysitting their kids. So.
That's a good one too.
Bacon. I like
Okay,
it.
when you do that, you go to talk and your mic's muted.
Yeah.
He might not have been talking to us.
I hate when that happens. No, homemade tallow? I mean, that's a dream gift.
I know.
Oh, that's
It's a big
intense.
jar,
That's
too.
how-
Like,
That takes
That's how you
work.
know she really loves you.
Mhm.
well, my sister loves me. Yeah, I love her, too. She's
Yeah,
great.
she does.
Our family, I get along with my brother and sister so well. There's no animosity, no politics, no BS. We just appreciate each other and the time we have together. So she's up in Dallas. I'm down here in Gerald, which is 2.5 hours away. I'm going up to see her tomorrow, actually, because I'm doing some work up there. And then my brother's in Liberty Hill, which is, 20 miles away. So we're all pretty close. And we do enjoy our time together.
Outstanding. Well, Rick, what do you got doing over there, bud? I see you're off the phone finally.
Yeah, somebody I know may be having a heart attack. So they were asking me about symptoms about, I said, well, I was trying to say, what's the blood pressure? He's on his way to the hospital, so we'll see. It's a vegan friend, so, they don't get heart attacks.
Mm.
All right,
I saw like a website. Someone posted it that had the vegan deaths, and it's like this huge spreadsheet of all these vegans that have died and what they died from and what age they were at. And the shocking thing was on that website, and I can share it later if you guys want. But the shocking thing was how many of them were suicides and mental health, had depression and mental health issues. It listed in their little and these come from, I guess I don't know where. I know they have links to their actual obituaries, so all of them have links, so they're real people, right? And it was very interesting. And it shows the average death and everything, and some of them got pretty old, but a lot of them didn't.
It's
But it's a
just
huge amount that
shocking
keep
when
their
you
lives.
look at them, how just gaunt and not
Yeah.
healthy and just ugh.
Some
Bad
of us
skin.
carnivores are super skinny, like me.
I went on a date with a vegan once.
But your skin looks good.
Well, yeah, I mean, for a 55-year-old, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I got you beat, man. I'm 57.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I got y'all
Look.
beat.
No gray hair.
61.
Yeah, I got gray hair,
See?
My gray's
Yeah,
going
but my
in.
skin's great.
Oh,
Becky edged me out by a year.
I'm a
I'm
year
so
older.
close to winning.
Yeah.
Wait, am I the youngest one here? Stop it.
How old are you?
48.
I
Yep.
guess you are.
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
youngster.
I'm
Because
the
I'm
baby.
50.
Respect your
Okay.
elders.
I don't look 61.
Don't speak unless you're spoken to.
Yeah.
I have to sit at the kids' table.
You don't fit. Your knees would be up here.
Yeah. You see somebody older that's healthy, that's a really good thing. That's something that young people, they should aspire to.
Yes.
John disappeared.
Yeah,
He's given up on us.
Oh,
Yep, we're on our own.
We can take
We're
over.
in charge now. It's
Yeah.
Lord of the Flies.
That
Oh, I'll
awkward
win
moment.
that.
You show up to a party and the host
You'd
escapes.
win that.
Yeah,
Very
I have warlord potential for sure.
I think
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, you do.
I think
Okay.
so.
That's what I
Sorry, I had to
tell.
let the dog in. It was barking its head off outside. So
I think if there's anyone that has young daughters here, they need to tell their daughters to evaluate the warlord potential of their potential mates, because society might just crash. We might need some warlords out here.
Exactly.
It's not a bad thing to know how to handle yourself out in the wild. Just ask
Yeah.
Those are
Cast Iron
good skills to
Carnivore.
have.
Cast
Yep.
Iron Carnivore teaches those skills to kids
Yeah.
and private schools out in England. He's the guy I interviewed on Mission Carnivore last week, or yesterday actually, that I'll be posting this week. He's a Cast Iron Carnivore. Got a very small channel, so if you get a chance, go like and subscribe. But he just started his channel out, and he's 90 some odd days into his carnivore journey, and he's a UK veteran, Army veteran from I think they call him the Pioneers. So anyway, he's a great guy, really cool guy.
And he's running a step challenge this month, and it's too bad I didn't see it
he
until
is.
about a week in, or I would have done it. Dang it. You know me and my challenges, right, Mike Shaw?
That's right. Christy does all the challenges, and
Oh yeah, Are you the
and she
challenge?
adds them on. She doesn't stop them when the month ends. She just adds them on.
Where are you at,
I
Christy?
don't know how-
I'm in Southern California.
Oh, okay. We're
Yeah.
at in SoCal.
So like halfway between San Diego and LA, like in the Temecula area. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
There's a
stationed in
halfway
San
point.
Diego for a while. I was in
Okay.
Point Loma,
Okay.
right off Rosecrans Drive, if you know where that is.
Yep.
Actually, I lived in Ocean Beach, and I worked at the Navy base there.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So we're a little further inland,
Yeah.
but yes, I know where you're talking about.
cool deal. Yeah. I put the link for anybody else that wants to come in here. If you guys want to share it on your channel, we got room for 3 more. If somebody else's channel wants to jump in here and join us, feel free and welcome. Everybody's welcome in here tonight.
Where'd you put the link? An email or
Here, I'll put it in private chat if you
chat?
want.
Yeah, private chat.
I'll put it in private chat if you want to copy it.
Or do you want me to just? I guess it's the one I already can get. I can get it
Same one
actually.
we
I
have,
guess.
right?
It's the one we already
Yeah.
have,
I was
right?
gonna say,
Yeah.
if you got here, you probably have it.
Yeah, I got it.
Maybe.
Right. Just
We got room for 3 more in here, and then we'll be full. But more the merrier.
Yeah,
We're up to
for sure,
30.
man.
We got 33 total people on the live stream. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the group.
Hey, everybody.
Just having a conversation amongst carnivores tonight. We might get it joking around. We might talk about this or that, or who knows. We'll just wing it and see where we go.
I think Larry brought up a great idea. There's ketovore, there's keto, there's ketovore, there's carnivore. So the next step is you have to kill your food with your bare hands, vor.
Serious.
Oh, that is
Thunderbore.
Rambo style.
I think
You got to have a
it's-
knife and a stick.
I think it's great because it keeps you in shape.
Let me tell you,
while
if
you're
in
eating
California, they
optimum.
practically make us teach with a stick and a rock because they don't. I don't even have pencils anymore. So I think I can do it, you guys.
She's had to take down a 5th grader or 2, I'm sure.
1 or 2 of them. Yeah, they're pretty big these days.
They are.
That's good
You know.
training.
Scrappy.
They're not very, yeah. Well, she's been racing them too, so she's already sizing
Yeah.
them up.
I did. I beat them too, man. Not the first
Yeah,
time.
that's
Oh,
right.
in the intro race, I got beat by every 10-year-old out there. But at the end, haha. After
Oh,
sprinting today for
I gotta brag on my son. He's still carnivore. Still doing it. He went
Yay.
strong. He
Awesome.
went trick or treating, got candy. I asked him because I didn't have him for Halloween. He was with my ex, and I said, "What'd you do on trick or treating?" I just asked him. I'm not the Nazis, or I'm not gonna make him do carnivore. And he's like, "Well, I went trick or treating, had fun, and then gave all my candy to my peers in class when I went to school." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And then this week, he got a new PR in his 3-mile run. He took 3 minutes off of it. I mean, it's
Wow.
huge.
Whoa,
Yeah, he
that's
went
a
from
That's
big.
amazing.
24 down to 21, I think. So it was, he is really
Ooh.
excelling in this.
Hi, Ellie.
Get on here.
Come on
Come on,
before
Ellie.
any room fills up.
Yeah,
So,
That's
so
right.
Larry, can I ask how old your son is? Because I have
Yeah.
2 sons as well.
he's 14.
Okay,
And-
I have a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Yeah, good. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great age.
Mhm.
He was 13 when I started because that was March, and then he watched me completely change my body. He saw the Ferrari come in, like it is now, from the old Bentley or whatever, the old Cadillac into the new Ferrari, right? So he saw that change. He saw me start running again. I hadn't been able to run since 2017, and now I'm running sprints. Like today, I ran sprints and did a workout with weights. with
My
band
sprinting
weight.
brother, yes.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
a
it.
believer in the sprints.
Yes.
So I ran 4 sprints today uphill, and it was great. Exhilarating this morning. But anyway, so he saw me heal up and start being able to run, and he had an injury from soccer, and he's like, "Dad, my foot's still injured. It's nagging him." And he's like, "Do you think you could heal it?" And I was like, "It might, And he said, "Okay, I want to do it and when I'm with you in the month of July, I want to do that." So he just went hard carnivore, and he felt like crap for 6 weeks. And I felt bad for him. I was like, "Yeah, I know you get through it." And he's just like, "I don't know if I can do this." I'm like, you can do it. Just keep going. And I just played the cheerleader for him. And then he turned the corner. And now at the end of his soccer season this year, he had a tournament, and he was in 3 games. He played all 3 games and didn't sub out once.
Wow.
And he came to me afterwards,
Nice.
and he ran fast the whole time. He came
A lot of running.
He came to me afterwards. He said, "Dad, I didn't get tired." I'm like, "Man, I can't imagine." Because I remember not being tired when I was a kid. But I can't imagine what it would have been like to be in carnivore and be a kid where you literally just can't run out of gas. That's pretty amazing. So you can turn your sons onto my channel when I talk about my son, because I talk about him a lot. So
It's a great story.
yeah.
Hey, Renee.
Renee's here. Hey, Renee.
Hey.
Now the whole survival, the survivalvore, I guess we could call it.
There you go. I like it.
Would
Okay.
survivalvore. That would be
Survival.
really fun in Renee's neck of the woods because she lives in Louisiana. So you got to have the swamp skills.
Swamp skills. Those are some different next level skills, I feel, with the
They
water.
are.
That's alligator.
Wrestling some alligators.
Yep. Do some alligator wrestling, and the winner gets to eat. I mean, that's a high stakes.
And wild hogs, I think, down there.
Okay.
Yeah. They have a lot of hogs down there. And it's just like Texas. There's tons of hogs here, and you can hunt them for free because they just want you to kill them because they're just destroying everything out here.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
When I lived in Lubbock,
It seems like Rick needs to move to Texas for a while because he's been doing that with the iguanas and the ducks in Florida. I think he can come and help you out with your hog problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a good shot, I mean, you can come out shooting with us.
They've got hogs here too. At least we used to. Now it's all development.
Yeah.
All our pigs now have two legs instead of 4.
that's right. All our pigs now have condos.
Yeah. Big workers here. It's sad how fat some people are. It's ridiculous.
I don't know
Kat,
if you
got
guys
a new
heard.
background.
Do I?
You got a new background.
Yeah. I actually unpacked some stuff, so it's actually
Is that real? I wasn't sure if it was real.
That's
or
real. Yeah.
Mine
I was
too.
going to say, she must have
Yeah,
unpacked. Do you have everything unpacked yet, Kat, or are you still in progress?
No, I work full time, and then I have kids. So, also, I have no energy. Sometimes, by the time the day is over, I don't want to unpack a box. It'd be nice though if I could find my grater for cheese instead of like trying to whittle it off with a knife. But
Cheese whittling. We can talk about cheese whittling.
Yeah.
Kat is now an expert. Kat, whittle me a cheese sculpture.
I'm on it. I'm
Okay.
getting pretty good at it, actually.
Well, you can get it really cheap if you have a what are those places called? The furniture you build yourself. It's
IKEA?
IKEA. IKEA has really cheap
I do, yeah.
kitchen
There's a big
stuff.
one here in Denver.
Yeah.
Well, I did that with knives. I went because I couldn't find, I thought that I labeled all of my boxes very well. I mean, I put some dumb stuff on some of the labels. So I was positive that I would have figured out where my knives were, but we could not find them. And you just can't do carnivore without them. So I went and bought some more knives. And what do you suppose I found the next day? Knives. So now I have 2 sets of knives. So I don't want to go buy anything else because that's what's going to happen.
somewhere.
I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
That story had a happy ending. Now you have
Yeah.
even more knives.
Yes.
Knives for
Yes.
cutting meat. That's,
Can't ever have too many knives.
You can't have too many
No.
knives. No, it's impossible.
Mine from a yard sale or trash pile.
Well, there was a lot of snow on the ground here in Colorado, so I wasn't trying to hit any yard sales.
We don't
So
have snow here. It never gets cold here. It's always hot and humid.
That's right, Rick. We got the no snow areas, you and me.
And this is like,
We
I
do
told you,
get
Rick.
snow here in Austin sometimes. Last year we had snow Megadon, and it was pretty bad. So we've had it a couple years in a row. We've had some good snow.
I was
I
going to
drive
say, a
Jeeps.
few years ago, it was really, because I just moved from
Yeah.
Texas to Colorado, so it was really bad in Waco
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Ellie!
Hey,
Hi. Hi,
Ellie.
everyone.
What's up, Ellie?
Oh, today was a bit intense, but I'm glad to be with you guys. I needed to pick me up.
Hey.
So I'm
Ellie,
here.
check my shirt. Ellie, check my shirt. I'm representing.
Good girl.
I saw that too, yeah.
That was
I'm
great. I need to
representing
get one.
John.
I
like
gave
this
up
one.
coffee.
I never did drink coffee.
I
Karen.
drank coffee a lot.
I drink coffee a lot.
I
I
gave
only
it up
drink
because-
coffee.
I only drink coffee in the morning.
well, so
Yeah.
I did remove it initially, and then I reintroduced it, and then my ankle started aching, and the arthritis returned, and the swelling returned to my ankle when I sprinted. So now in the
Oh.
last week, I've been coffee free. Like I was just drinking out of this, but I was drinking bone broth instead of coffee, hot bone broth. And now my
That's good
ankle's fine. I just sprinted today. It felt great. So for me, N equals 1, coffee causes arthritis. So if you ever get to the point where some arthritis is not going away, try it.
Yeah.
Eliminate coffee, eliminate dairy. That's what I'll get to say.
So, Keto Karen, I still do drink coffee. So I will tell you that I drink it with about a tablespoon of heavy cream, half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of heavy cream, and a little bit of Element chocolate salt.
Mm.
I drink
Very
coffee
good.
still,
No,
nothing but heavy whipping cream. I have a video on it. Sorry if I sound a little scratchy now. I got a little bit of a cold going on here. But anyways, I do drink coffee every day, 2
Probably
cups.
coffee.
Oh, yeah, it's probably the coffee. But no, I'm not giving up my coffee anytime soon. John, welcome to the group, bud.
How's everybody
Hey.
doing?
Congratulations on your
Good.
truck
Oh, thanks, man. I
and
appreciate
your
it.
business starting back up. That's really good news.
Yeah, I'm actually in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now at Quality and getting to pick the truck up on Monday.
Living the high life
Living the highlight.
on the road.
Nice. So my coffee, I put salt in it and usually some MCT oil and some butter.
Yep.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
put
I'm
salt in
coffee-free.
my broth now, and I put some butter
you're
sometimes.
coffee free, Ellie.
I'm coffee free. It's
Good for you.
dog.
Me too. Coffee free.
It's not Diet Coke, Larry.
That's
water.
good. That's good.
Water.
Have you given up Diet Coke? Or just
No,
not
but
right now?
She
No,
says
but I-
no.
I'm making myself drink 2 of these a day at least.
Good. That's a good thing.
I also could not give up my coffee. And I just take mine with, if I can find the heavy whipping cream that's organic, that doesn't have the, what is that, carrageenan or whatever that word
Carrageenan.
is. If I can't find it
Bless
without that, I'll just do a little half and half. But I'm not giving it up anytime soon.
I
You
drink
know
mine
how
black
sweet
when I
I
did
love
drink it.
Do what?
I drink mine black and bitter like my heart.
Like your
Back when I drank
Like my soul.
Yeah.
Like my chest hair.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But I no longer drink it, so I'm no longer have a black and bitter heart, I guess.
Oh,
Aw.
That'd be your channel, the Grinch.
I guess my heart is artificially sweet then.
Ooh.
Don't believe it.
So, Rick, did you catch my intro video?
I think I did. I was
Did
on
you-
the phone. I saw it.
You were on the phone for it. Did you actually see it?
I saw it. Yeah, I listened to it, but you know,
It was for you, Rick. It was for you. Come on.
like having heart attack symptoms, so I was trying to explain what to look for. So they're going to the hospital anyway. See what it is. I don't think it's a
Well-
heart attack. I think, you know, like you said, these vegans all suffer from emotional ups and downs. And I know her boyfriend was having some problems in the bedroom and then had depression. And I kept saying, you know, you could fix all that just by getting rid of the veggies and eating some beef. Just eat some beef, see what happens. Try it for a month. Oh, I can't do that. The animals and this and that. Like, oh, okay. I was laughing. You know, there's nothing I can say. What am I going to do? Why are you calling me? You know, I'm the one that invented the heart attack diet. Why would you call me if you think you're having a heart attack? Seriously.
The irony.
Never had the
Oh,
symptoms.
Apparently, they think you're experienced.
That's
They don't
right.
wanna-
That's what I
They
was
don't want to kill animals, but you know,
I'm not a doctor, but they think I have medical knowledge because a lot of times the suggestions I make actually work. So, and I'm an engineer, but I said there's a difference between an MD and an engineer. There's a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Engineers,
Big difference.
we work with physical items. We don't fix people. But hey, whatever you want to do, you can ask me. You can't sue me for malpractice because I don't have a license. But
they
I
can sue you for
Hey.
practicing medicine without a license, though.
Don't get him in trouble.
He gave the disclaimer. He's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm a quack anyway.
It's funny because
Some meat. Stat.
Rick, you're so well known. You're so well known for the heart attack shtick. When you
Oh,
said
yeah.
that earlier about your friend thinking about they were having a heart attack, I thought you were kidding around. I didn't know that you meant it. So
You know,
I hope they're good.
there are two women that are long-term vegan friends and their boyfriends, and they seem to like me. It's really kind of funny because I've been a carnivore longer than some of them have been alive, and yet they like me because, first of all, I give them free fruits and veggies that are 100% organic. And I tell them, you know, I kill bugs all the time. I don't use pesticides. I use feathered exterminators. I have fun picking the bugs off of my tomatoes and, you know, the broccoli and the veggies and all that, and feeding them right to the mouth of the duck. A lot of times I'll just take the caterpillar off and go, "Here, ducky, ducky," and they'll just pull it right out of my hand. It's so cute. I
Love it,
love
I'm
it.
sure.
If I get a cockroach in my kitchen, I don't smash it. I take it outside. I give it to the ducks. I let them deal with it. You know, and they pull weeds and they do all kinds of stuff. And they fertilize. So, you know, and I love my ducks. In fact, my vegan friend, she was nice enough to buy me a steak so I would let my ducky go.
Yeah.
I was going to eat Mr. Ducky, and I let him go at the canal. So I got a nice ribeye steak in exchange, and I was happy about that. And I've been riding my bike since my truck's been broken. I've been basically a cyclist for 5 weeks. I got my van running, but it's broken again. And every time I go by the canal, I always look and I see, it's like, okay, you know, I see Mr. Ducky over there. He's got like 4 girlfriends now. He's super happy. And I see the comment, "You touch cockroaches." Ooh, yes, I touch cockroaches. I use a sponge. I grab them and I take them outside. You think I'm going to smash the filthy things in my kitchen and get germs everywhere? Of course not. I just take them outside and I go, "Here, ducky, ducky," and I throw it out there and I let the ducks take care of it. They do an excellent job.
We have entered a place that I like to call the Rickiverse, everyone.
I love it. I
He-
love it. Rick, I think those chicks like you, Rick. Carnivores get all the chicks, man.
Believe me, I know
Yep.
some of those vegan gals, and they're like half my age, and they like to talk to me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is, and I tell them I eat meat. I don't eat vegetables. I grow vegetables.
Carnivore charisma.
Vegetables because I hate them. They're disgusting. How can anyone even want to eat a vegetable? When I was a kid, my parents tried to force me to eat a vegetable. I ended up throwing it out the window and feeding it to the ducks. Who in the world wants to eat green beans? Those things are just nasty. They taste like grass you cut from your yard. They have a terrible texture. Beans are the worst. Horrible lima beans. It's like
Oh,
chewing
I'm
on
a babe.
ground up paper that's been soaking in water. It has no flavors. Nasty, stupid baked beans. They're all covered in sugar. Got a couple of pieces of meat in there. I used to have to pick out the little bitty fragments of meat and then throw the rest of it out the window. And what's the point, you know? Veggies are for the animals. I grow vegetables to feed to the animals, and I give them to my vegan friends. They like them, so hey, that's fine.
I seriously cannot believe people choose to eat kale.
Oh,
Why?
Right? Oh, yeah, that's no.
good.
Watercress and that other disgusting, what is it, collard greens? Those things are
Yeah.
nasty. And people
Yeah.
actually
Bitter, so bitter.
That had like a person was like, it's Thanksgiving and I'm gonna make a salad today, and they took kale and then they put olive oil and a little bit of cheese and they're like, it's delicious, and I was like,
Yeah.
Liar. Liar.
Yeah, chips.
So
We have
good.
different definitions of delicious.
I read somewhere where if you ate 8 or 9 raw kidney beans, it could actually kill you. There's enough toxins in
they're
raw
raw.
kidney beans it could kill you.
That's true. If
We
they're dry, yeah.
cook them.
They're toxic.
Cook them to cook all the poison out of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way our grandparents used to cook all vegetables. They were like mushy, and that's because they're used to cooking the poisons out. And now they're like pre-processed. But I mean, the worst thing is if you buy vegetables now, because as the vegetable hangs on the vine, the poison's strongest when it's not ripe, and then as it ripens, the poison goes back through the stalk down into the soil, and it becomes less and less poisonous until it's ready to fall off. So what we're doing though is we're cutting them off when they're green
Early.
and letting them ripen without a stalk back to so the poison gets trapped there.
Stays
So yeah,
not to mention the glyphosate and all that.
That's right. So it's
That's right.
So Rick, have you ever been like an insectivore?
Oh, I've eaten bugs before. Yeah, I've tried.
I mean, I did in the Army because we had to survive in our survival school.
Yeah,
I had to eat bugs and stuff, slugs and all that. Yum.
Actually,
Christy and I are like,
It's Timon and Pumbaa diet. That's a Lion King
Did you
reference.
say slugs?
He said
Yeah.
slugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever you
Escargot?
get.
Mm.
Yeah, without the snail shell. Yeah.
without the shell.
Yeah.
Whatever you get, you just slide them down your throat. They're not that bad.
yeah, but
Yeah.
grubs are like shrimp. If you cook them right, fried shrimp, fry them up in tallow, they're real good. I'm telling you.
Oh no, we didn't get to cook
That's
any
true.
when we were in the field.
Just
We had to eat raw.
Yeah, I heard tarantula tastes like crab legs.
Oh, I didn't eat no tarantula. I don't eat no spider. That's not an insect. Arachnids are off the dinner table for me.
I like
I
my
don't even like crab legs. I'm sure not going to eat tarantula.
Well,
Can we
It's an
talk about
acquired
food we
taste.
will eat?
Yes, let's talk about
Picanha.
We'll eat ribeye. We'll eat bacon.
that's right.
There was a reason you were my friend, Ellie.
Yay!
Hey,
Yes.
John,
Right?
real quick.
Where is Nicole?
Where's the gag sound for Nicole, wherever she's at?
Where is Nicole? She's supposed to be here. Everybody needs to go over there and text her and say, "Where are you?"
Kick her butt right now. I'm going to message her right
Yeah.
now.
That's all abuse.
Arachnivore.
I ate flanken ribs today, and they were delicious. How about you guys?
I ate burger, and
alright.
yeah, that's what I ate. And then
Bacon and eggs for me.
bone broth.
I had bacon and
Yeah,
eggs.
burger and eggs. Burger and eggs.
I am.
I was at
I'm
church
eating
and we were
bacon.
doing some work.
I've had coffee and cream. And now I'm drinking water.
Are you fasting?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're fasting till tomorrow. We picked today and tomorrow for our fasting. For every couple of weeks we try to do a 48-hour fast. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
With cream? Come on, man.
Well,
You know that's got calories.
it's got a little bit of cream.
Okay.
Define your own fast, right?
Yeah, define your own fast. Yeah, if you can have a sardine fast, I can have a coffee and
That's
cream
right.
fast.
Right.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. That
That's my kind of
makes sense.
fast. If I was going to
Yeah.
fast, that's what I would do.
I mean, all these people out there going, "Oh, I'm having a sardine fast." I'm like,
You're in a
No, I
fast
don't think that's
state
really
anyway.
a fast.
No, you're on a fasted state in a keto diet. In a keto diet, like in a carnivore diet, you are in a fasting mimicking diet. So you're
Yep.
in a fasted state all the time,
Mm-hmm.
living
That's
on
true.
ketones.
That's why
So
ketosis.
yeah.
So I want to show you guys something. I wrote to Nicole. That's what I wrote to her. Hold on. It says Carnivore Hangout. We need your soundboard.
Hey, Carnivore Rob here. This is Cast Iron
That'll
Carnivore.
do it.
We got a
morning.
full house
Good
now.
Our
morning.
UK mate from
Yep.
Sheffield.
03:35. Good morning, all. How
Whoa.
are we?
What?
Welcome.
Where?
What time?
It's
Midnight 35.
midnight 35,
tomorrow.
00:35, Zulu time.
Yeah, that's what we call it in the military, Zulu time. We do all our operations on the Greenwich Mean Time, on Zulu time. So
Right.
even
Yeah,
if
GM.
no matter what time zone you're in, whenever we do a military operation, we always switch to Zulu time so that everyone's on the same clock. No matter what unit they're in, no matter what country they're in, no matter what country they're from, it just makes things simple.
Yeah.
But
God
it
forbid
plays
if
hell
you,
with your diet when
Yep.
you go from breakfast to dinner.
yeah. God forbid
It's
if you were
kinda-
never on that clock and got it wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that too with the weather maps and everything's in GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, also known as Zulu time, also known as Z time.
Mm.
Yep. And then you just convert to where you are in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just like listening
And
in.
GMT minus 5.
Who's giving up the coffee and who's still on it? Because I just caught that conversation.
Okay, so
Rob's a
where do
coffee
you fall
drinker.
then? Are you still on coffee or have you given it up?
It's one of my little vices because it doesn't affect me physically. I don't. It's one of the, that process of elimination. I've took things out. And coffee, I don't drink as much as I used to because I used to mainline it. We're talking 15, 16, 17 cups a day, even more so when I was in the military. Loved it. Got addicted to it, but I've cut it back. I only have about 4 or 5 cups a day and it doesn't affect me. So that process of elimination, taking it out, and I love it, maybe a few years down the line, I might give up the Joe, but not for now. Yeah.
Same.
Well, 10 equals 1, right? I mean, it's like the fast thing.
Yeah.
All right, Richard
What you eating,
Williams.
Rick?
Williams. What's up, Richard?
somebody asked. Somebody asked Renee, "What you eating? What is it?
What is it,
Ground
Rick?
Beef and butter.
Butter?
Is it bite butter, please?
White butter.
I love bite butter.
Oh, what is
Oh,
that,
wow.
dude?
Ground beef,
Ground something.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
And
What have you got
cheddar,
in there?
butter,
Bit of seasoning in there.
cheddar cheese.
cheddar
Cheddar
cheese.
cheese.
Oh,
Oh, look like butter.
Cheddar
It was
cheese and
great.
ground beef. That sounds like a recipe idea right there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I like the sound of that.
I'm doing
Yeah, that'll be for breakfast.
I'm doing the Brady Bunch thing.
Hey guys, Nicole said she was trying to get on, but it's full.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's full now.
Raw beater. raw
Yeah, well,
beater.
she's late.
Yeah.
Too late. You snooze, you lose.
Oh, okay. I'll say Larry
You can still
said
chat with us.
you
Larry
snooze.
said you
Yes,
snooze.
yes.
Very sad.
Blaming Larry. Ellie does not want to get shot as the messenger on that one.
Giving attribution. That's all. It's
Yeah.
so
She's
every
late
good
to the
journalist
party.
gives attribution. Late to the party. Literally late to the party.
Yeah. Late to the party.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought I was
Not
late.
just a euphemism today.
Wow.
Rick is tearing it up.
Yep, he's
Yeah,
going down
can
there.
you blame
Yeah,
him?
he is.
Hungry.
Must be hungry. Are you OMAD,
Oh,
Rick?
man.
Are you OMAD? Is that your one meal of the day?
Is that your
Oh.
first? Man, you look hungry, dude.
It's like,
Yeah, he does.
He's
Wow.
just shoveling it.
Talk. He's like, yeah. Shoveling
Hello,
it.
Hello, my name's Rob. I'm a
Well-
first aider. In case you swallowed a spoon.
Good. Spoons are hard to Heimlich, I would think. Now, when you're a survivalist vor, I mean, you do have to eat fast because you don't know you might have to fight for the food you just killed. So
Yeah.
Yeah, some wolf, like Becky's got her wolf shirt on, or some
Yeah.
lion might come and take
Yeah.
it from you if you're not fast
That's
enough.
right.
Fast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've got my centurion,
knows what's
or
up.
it's this way, centurion shirt
Yeah,
on.
you do.
So the
That's a-
centurion might come take it from you too. If
Yeah.
you killed it, he might
That's
say,
right.
"I want it."
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yep.
You gotta watch out for those guys.
Yeah.
Just keep some veggies in. That way you can scare them off.
I think the ex-military will understand about destroying an MRE in under a minute.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sausage and beans, British MRE.
Oh yeah.
Gone.
So especially because you only have a minute to eat it, because you got to move. You
Oh,
can't
God, yeah.
stay. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, so the answer on
Kelly.
this, so you should
Kelly.
be. I don't count protein or anything. I don't count any macros. But I mean, if you're eating a meat-based diet, you're getting protein in your meal. I don't know what meal you would have that didn't have protein. Do you guys? I mean, I had beef
Even egg.
broth, maybe that, but I had some butter in it. That's just fat, I guess. But that's not a meal.
Do you have Chan?
I don't know how you get a meal without protein.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either.
Eggs
Even
have
with
lots
eggs.
of protein.
Those eggs are gonna have protein. I do that sometimes,
Yeah.
Callie. Sometimes I want a big mess of eggs. Of course, I put butter in them. But yeah, eggs with butter. Delicious.
Add fat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not
I mean,
adding
even if
enough
you're-
enough fat.
Right. You
Yep.
want a lot of fat. Even if you're ketovore, you're eating protein though, because you're still having. I mean, you're not going to have avocado as a meal. So
Right.
even ketovores are getting protein.
Hopefully.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Although
Should be.
I was on the standard American diet, I could have a bag of chips and salsa for a meal, and there's no protein in
That's
that
right.
probably.
That's
I
right.
would-
You're not wrong.
I would
I
get
could
the
have
whole
ice
bag
cream
and
for a
destroy
meal.
it.
Yep.
Hey, Larry,
Same.
Yeah.
well, you had Dr. Kiltz on a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah.
And he was saying that basically everything that the human body needs is encased in animal fat. So really, you could, I mean, limit the amount of protein, but if you have enough fat in your diet, you're going to get everything you need. And Dr. Kiltz, it's pretty much stored in the fat as much or more so than the protein.
That's true.
Just
You got to get the fat.
That is
just
what
an old way of
so
eating.
This is what David Charles does because he's fighting cancer, right? I mean, he's beat the stage 4 cancer twice. He has to limit his protein because the protein will break it down into sugars and glucose and glutamine. It'll break down into both glucose and glutamine and will feed the cancer. So what he does a very high fat diet, at least 70%, and minimizes his protein so that his cancer starved. So it just depends on what you're doing. I mean, if less protein, more fat, yeah, you're not gonna have as many sugars in your blood. So you're gonna be more of a clean carnivore, I guess.
Right.
Clean keto.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're doing carnivore like most people, then you've got the protein, which builds your muscles and your bones, and then you have the fat, which fuels your cells, food for the brain, and for hormonal health. It's just
Right.
the perfect picture. That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah,
people heal from all kinds of things, because those are just symptoms of metabolic disease. Most diseases are.
And then if you're lifting, like today I sprinted and I lifted. So tomorrow I'll eat more protein. I mean, it's just because, like you said, I need more protein as building blocks to repair the bones and make the bones thicker and then repair my muscles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nicole, you missed the bug conversation, and that's when we started talking about you, because I'm like, you're not here to gag or puke or play your soundboard or anything or flush a toilet, and we were sad because you weren't here.
Poor Nicole.
And she was the main inspiration for this, and she showed up late.
Yep.
Sleep.
She fell asleep.
Oh,
Yep.
fair.
I suppose
Missed
it's dark
movement.
here.
I got it.
It happens. That's why I was 2 minutes late. I fell asleep on my couch.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I love sleeping
I
on my
woke up,
couch.
it's
I got
like,
a
oh my
huge
goodness.
couch. I love sleeping on it. Big leather couch that I can fit. I can stretch. It's so big, my son and I can both stretch out on it. It's like an L. And
Wow.
I'm 6'3",
Wow.
so I have to have a lot of room, right? So I ordered like a custom couch, and it took like 8 weeks to get in. But man, is it worth it? I can sleep on that thing like nothing.
Yeah. I'm 5'5". I fell asleep on a love seat. But
Yeah, you're lucky you can sleep on any couch, man. I wish I was 5'5" sometimes.
The occasion delivery. It's a delivery.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
You should take off the Santa hat and just like pass around. Tip.
That's right. Pass around the hat. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, if you guys that do the sprints, when you get through doing sprints, do you have like a euphoric feeling?
Oh yeah,
after doing sprints, more so than lifting.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do too.
Endorphins.
When I do sprints at the end, I feel almost a high. It's crazy how whatever chemicals being produced is it's amazing. Doing sprints is probably one of the funnest things that I do.
Yeah, 100%. I don't dread it like I do some other forms of exercise. It also doesn't take a very long time, which appeals to me, but I feel great afterwards every time.
I listen to music when I do it. I have 2 random number generators. The first one generates how many sprints I'm going to do. And the second one, when I start the sprint, I hit a button and it starts a random timer between 5 and 30 seconds. And I run as fast as I can, acting like I'm being chased by a dinosaur, right? Like I'm just going to sprint as fast as I can.
Got you, because I act like I'm being chased by a bear.
There you go. And I just
Amara.
I think it's going to be a T-Rex tomorrow.
There you go.
Chased by a bear or a group of angry vegans.
I'm going to run really fast.
And then I just run until that timer goes off, and then I'm done with that sprint. And I walk around and get my breath back and walk down the hill and get ready for my next one. Mentally prepare, and then
uphill. That is next level. We just don't have a lot of hills, but yeah, maybe.
It's a grade. It's not a hill.
Okay.
It's not like steep.
Okay.
It's an incline.
It's an incline. It's a hill. I mean, you get going down a bike, you'll roll. I mean, it's pretty. You can get pretty fast, but
yeah.
But
when I lived in Lubbock, if you find a hill, you can see 7 states in Canada. So.
Well, that's Lubbock. I'm in hill country.
It's so flat there. Yeah.
I'm on the edge of hill
Austin,
country here.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. My son's in Pflugerville.
Yeah, Pflugerville's kind
Somebody
of
want to
flat
answer
too.
this question?
Well, for me, I don't measure anything. I just eat what I like on the carnivore diet. I don't care about protein, macro. I don't care about any of that. I just eat bacon and eggs, beef, some steak from time to time. And I could care less about the macros. I just eat till I'm full, and then when I get hungry, I eat again.
Yeah,
and that's a big part of the freedom of it for me. So I used to count when I was more keto, and especially because I had to keep those carbs to 20, and I didn't really know what that looked like.
I hated that.
Now I do exactly what he was saying. So I eat when I'm hungry. If I feel like I need a bite of butter, I go take one. Like Ellie sent me a video of her 1.5-year-old just with a stick of butter. I'm like, oh yeah, he knows what's good. But yeah, and I don't worry about it, and I don't worry about my scale. How many pounds I'm going to weigh tomorrow. Whereas I used to be obsessed with all those things. So it's very freeing in that sense for me.
Yeah, it's a liberating diet. It's totally freeing. I mean, your relationship with food changes. You're not counting things. You're not worrying about things. There's a set group of foods you can eat, and you just eat from those groups and eat and repeat. That's it. I mean, I just do salt, ground beef, occasional steaks, butter on everything, and bone broth. And I don't even like chicken anymore, so I cut that out. Bacon every now and then, eggs every now and then. I don't do eggs very often, but that's about it.
Well, I, though, was very concerned that I wasn't getting enough protein. So I tracked that for a while. And what I did was I went through the things that I normally eat and figured out how much of that in a day would it be. So I could get a visual, at least to make sure I was, at least to make sure I was eating enough. And then from there, I could figure out how much fat to eat on top of that. And so it was just really good for me to get the visual, like a pound of ground beef is about what I need, right? To get between 90 and 120 grams of protein.
Yeah, a pound of ground beef is really what most humans need. I mean, that's that. Yeah. And then you can add fat to that. You really can't eat too much fat because your body will let you know right away. You will be on the toilet. because you run out of bile and you can no longer emulsify the fat, so it goes right through you. Like
you'll be
it's
sprinting to the potty.
Yeah, run, baby.
Which is not a bad thing.
Gotta run.
So you don't have to worry about eating too much fat.
Sprinting.
Yeah. One more sprint to the bathroom.
One more sprint.
Yeah, you better make sure you get to that finish line. I'll tell you.
You don't need a random generator for that one.
No.
You got another question here, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started carnivore 6 days ago. I'm waking up the last 2 days with headaches. Any suggestions? Feel pretty good during the day. Salt and water. Need more electrolytes.
Salt.
Headaches or a lack of salt.
Just salt.
Yeah.
Yep. Salt.
Maybe some magnesium, salt and water.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably have keto flu. You might get tired, but you're just going through withdrawals. I mean, you're an addict probably, like we were all. And when you quit the drug, which is sugar, carbohydrates, whatever, then your body goes through withdrawal system. And like I said, my son, who's 14, it took him 6 weeks to get through his. But now he's amazing, and he's so happy on the other side. He doesn't eat sugar anymore. He doesn't. That's by his choice. I didn't force him. So, it's worth it.
Yeah, because your body's used to running on sugar, and when you stop giving it that source, and it's not yet. It doesn't yet know how to burn, your fat or the fat that you're eating. And so you're kind of stuck in the middle in that in-between zone. And so, you're going to end up with those headaches and that keto flu, but just add some more salt. Whenever I start, cause this is like my 5th time starting carnivore, but I've been on it for 111 days now. But every time that I've started, I've really gotten it down. When I start to feel a headache coming on at the beginning, I'll actually take a little bit of salt and just chase it with some water. I don't even taste it on the way down. Just get it in your system, and it helps a lot.
So someone asked how much protein. I saw that it didn't have QQQs in front of it, but John, someone asked that. So I'm just going to answer that real quick. Listen,
go ahead.
If you're going to eat beef as your primary meat and eggs, you don't have to worry about how much protein. You're going to get enough. This is the deal. 283. Nice, John. Yeah. Here's the deal. When you ate pizza, when you ordered pizza from Pizza Hut, did you ask how much protein was on it? Were you worried about how much protein was on it? When you ate salad, did you worry about your protein intake? So don't worry about it with this diet. This is vastly superior to those diets. Yeah. And you're going from a broken, dysfunctional eating system and then you go to this clean one and you're worried about, protein and fat. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I'm just telling you, do not worry about it. Eat what as nature or God has intended, which is meat and fats.
Yeah. Eat till you're full.
Yeah. Eat till your satiation, right?
Yeah.
Eat whenever you're hungry. Whenever you're hungry. I got to get mine out now. I got to get mine out. Everyone's doing it. I got to do it too.
What are we doing?
Everybody post out the number of days they've been on carnivore. We put it in the comments. We want to know.
176.
I accidentally went carnivore, so you guys, I don't have a counter. So it was
that's a horrible excuse.
It is. I'm sorry.
In 19 hours.
Yeah.
In 19. Oh, that's cool. You could do the hours.
No counter for me.
Thank you.
Day 160.
Everybody in the comments, comment how many days you've been on carnivore.
Yeah, the day you started, right? The day you burned your ships.
Yeah. The day I set fire to the ship and let it go. Yeah. But that for the counting the days really. But that for me is the same as like the scales and obsessing over meat and armor.
Yeah.
I don't do any of it.
Well, the counter just runs in the background. I never even look at it anymore unless someone asks.
Yeah,
there
same
you
here.
He's been doing it 9XY, WXY days.
That's Rick's phone.
That's when I started carnivore.
Yeah, Rick
is. That's Rick's calculator.
Rick's going to be doing it in phonetic alphabet by the looks of it.
Rick, you still have your
Roman numerals.
I still have my slide rule.
Yep. I was the last class to graduate from my engineering school with slide rules, believe it or not, back in 1986. Wow. We were able to use both the TI calculator and the slide rule, but we had to be able to do the slide rule.
I had an HP15C and a TI calculator, which I still have.
Nice.
I took electronics for a year at ITT Tech. Didn't graduate because of bad attendance, although my grades were good. And I had a TI, was it a 31 or 51? I can't remember, but it's
a
a
31
TI
one.
calculator.
Probably a 31.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, 9-volt battery. Remember testing those
Yeah.
on your tongue?
Did it
Yeah.
did it do a blackjack game? Like mine did blackjack.
Somewhere
That was the
around.
first game
Oh,
on a
we used-
calculator. These little
I
red
don't remember
numbers.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had the red numbers, but I don't remember playing blackjack with it.
You probably just didn't know. Only us pros
Yeah.
knew, right? You had to be a pro.
I wasn't in the
Oh,
I
yeah,
wasn't in the
calculator
cool
pro.
class apparently.
I remember they required a calculator in 1978 for my trigonometry class. That
Yep.
I think it cost like $50.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah,
a lot
the
of
early
money
ones were
That's
back
probably
then.
a TI. That was when they came out.
I think it was a TI. Yeah.
Because I had
Yeah.
mine. I had
Yeah.
one too in middle school. I went to middle school in 78, 79, and we had them. So yeah, same
Yeah.
thing for algebra. There you go.
Oh,
Oh wow,
Great.
check it out.
gotta calculate the sines and cosines.
Texas
Oh,
Instruments.
look
Yep.
at
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Reverse.
Yeah.
Where's the hand? Where's
I
the
bet he
hand
have an
crank?
abacus.
It's called reverse Polish notation, right, Rick?
That's right. That's the
If you don't know reverse Polish notation,
I also have an adding machine with that crank on it, so I got all kinds of
Oh, that's
stuff.
pretty cool.
He's got an abacus.
Pretty
Come
cool.
on.
now we're
Yeah, those
geeking
are
out.
great.
Yeah, I don't have an abacus. I'm not that old.
I
Those are
bet
the
I
sine
could
and cosine. We're really off on a tangent.
I'm good at
What?
that.
We're ready for tangents.
Mike is making a math joke.
Well, good. You got the calculator. Here's the question.
I tried.
How much weight have you lost? How long did it take for you to lose the weight? And are you still losing weight or have you stalled? So I've lost 80 pounds. I've been on the carnivore diet for going on 9+ months, and I'm in a stall. I have been here for about the last month and a half. Let's work our way around. Larry, what about you?
I started at 280. I'm at 234 still, so 46 pounds. I started in March. I got down to 234 back in September, I think. And now my body composition is just changing. My weight's the same. I'm basically the same weight I was in college. Now I'm just getting the Ferrari tuned up, right? I'm getting like lean, getting that 6-pack back in, right? So I'm tuning the Ferrari right now.
All right. How about you, Kat?
I started in July 19th of this year. I'm down 37 pounds. I'm in a stall on the weight loss, but my body composition is different because I put on a pair of pants this morning that are 5 sizes smaller than what they were when I started in July. So not losing the weight, but I'm definitely losing the girth, I guess you would say.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
awesome.
You can tell in your face. Totally changed since you started your channel.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Oh, yeah. All right, Rick, go ahead and answer this one.
Yeah.
He's in a stall.
I couldn't lose any weight. I'm only 190 pounds. I'm 6'6". I need to gain weight.
Please don't lose any weight.
Same weight since I was 25. So I guess you've been carnivore as long as I have. You don't worry about weight.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Christy?
So I actually started with keto in February, and from February to June, I lost 20 pounds, which is about all I had to lose. And now I think my body's in I started carnivore in June. Like I said, my body's sort of in this recomposition phase too. So I've actually put on about 6 pounds, but my pants still fit the same. So I'm guessing it's muscle from all of the sprinting.
Muscle and bone density.
Yeah.
You get a lot of bone density from sprinting
Absolutely.
through your whole
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Rob?
Yeah, man. I started in November. Like I said, I don't do scales. I don't get obsessed with this sort of thing. The first month was like, wow, when you eat all the carbs and the carbs hold the water. It came straight off me, and I was like, looked in the mirror, was like, wow. I put it on my YouTube of how much water weight I've lost, and it was you can see it's like night and day. Going into like 3 and a bit months now, it's sort of stalled. But what I can see, my body composition, I'm actually getting broader.
Yeah.
From all the training that I'm doing, my waist is getting thinner. So it's going that way. So it's pretty good.
Did you have to buy new trousers?
My belt,
I did.
my leather belt that I've had for a good few years, I'm having to take it in a notch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
How about you, John?
Started July 1st at 290 pounds. I'm now 230, so I'm 60 pounds down. But according to my impedance scale, I've put on about 7 pounds of skeletal muscle. I know those things aren't accurate, but I definitely look different. I'm on the 6th hole of my belt. I started out on the very first one, so I'm down 5 notches on my belt. And when I get to where I'm going, I'll buy some new clothes in, because now all my clothes just hang off me. But I'm okay with that.
That's a good problem.
Cool. I've gone through a foot or almost a foot and a half of my belt. I'm about ready to actually cut me a new leather belt. Wow. All right, Ellie, how about you?
All right, so my whole low carb eating started back in like 2018 when I did keto. I did keto for 6 months, and my worst weight, my heaviest weight was 240 pounds, and I got down to 190. And then, you know, a bunch of stuff happened with my doctor and blah blah blah, and so there was like a few years of a hiatus. But of this year, I was 200 pounds, and now I'm 174. So what is that? 28 pounds on carnivore so far, and then almost 70 pounds total since my heaviest. And I've lost, like, the 28 pounds I've lost on carnivore so far, I've lost 30 inches off my body. Wow. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Well, it started in about August. I don't have massive weight loss. I've only lost about 15 pounds so far. My clothes do fit better. But the most amazing thing was I had to see a doctor because I moved. So I get the new doctor here, and we do the usual yearly labs that people get. Now, I don't have a before, but my current labs were so good, they really blew me away because I am still overweight, especially for a 5'5" guy. I'm weighing about 215-ish, which is too much for 5'5". But my A1C is 4.7. My fasting insulin was 5, which isn't bad. It could be a little better, but not bad. My triglycerides HDL ratio could come down a little bit, but 2.5 is okay. And my fasting glucose was 89. So metabolically, I've gotten healthy in just a short bit of time, because I can tell just from my skin tags and things like that I was pre-diabetic. So it's not always about the weight loss, although I am in a stall and I would like to lose some weight, and it will come. But this is a lifestyle change, so it's not like I'm giving up on this diet anytime soon, and metabolically getting healthier, and that's king of all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, Becky.
Well, my story is kind of, but back in back in 2018, I weighed about 270 pounds, and in 4 years, I lost 80 pounds. So last year I was down to 190. But after I turned 60, I had kind of a relapse, and for a few months I gained. It was bad. People, don't do it. Just stick with the plan. I gained like 50 back. So I've been rebooted. That's what I call it, my reboot, since June. And so I've lost 27.5 pounds since then. So I'm down 57 from my highest. But I was a type 2 diabetic. I think we've heard so many of you talk about your anxiety, depression, how we've reversed all those things. Those things did not go away when I relapsed. So I'm very grateful for that. But so for me right now, the last thing is to lose this weight. But I know I'm not the same size I was when I weighed this in the past, because I used to wear size like 24 in plus size, and now I'm wearing like 16s and 18s in regular women's sizes. So yeah, it really does change your shape for sure.
Nice. Outstanding.
Good job, everybody. So
proud,
right?
Look at this.
So I guess this thing works. It's not just a scam.
A room full of happy people.
Yeah.
And how much did we pay?
That's right.
How much did we? What app did we buy? How much did we pay for this diet?
No,
exactly.
Well, no pills, no medical programs.
I'm off all the pills.
You know,
you put it all together. You take all 10 of us. What does that put us around? 800 pounds plus that we've lost as a group here.
Yeah.
You know what they should do? You should do this with a house full, looking like with the Waltons, everybody happy. Hello, John Boy. All that, everybody happy here, all this pie, and put it next to a vegan stream with the same amount of people in the room, and you will see the difference in the faces.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah.
It'll look. You put a bunch of vegans together, and it'll look like an episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we have to keep spreading the message, you know. So maybe we can keep converting more vegans to carnivore because they exist. There's plenty of them out there.
Mm-hmm. We just had one the other day on our stream, didn't we, Ellie? Who converted? Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, this way of eating and the way it changes people's metabolic health, which is really the root cause of so many diseases. That's why it's so important that we do get the word out, because people's lives are being changed and literally saved.
Yeah. It is life changing.
My triglyceride. Oh, sorry. I was going to say my triglyceride to HDL ratio is 0.83. You know, that's
I need to do my blood. I don't know any of that stuff. I should.
You beat me by 0.02, Becky, because mine is 0.85.
I remember.
Hey, that's amazing. She beat me, you guys, and I thought 0.85 was pretty dang good.
I'm a 0.8 something. I don't remember what it is. I'll have to go back and look at it.
Can someone beat my A1C of 4.7?
No, because mine was 4.8. But my fasting insulin beats yours because it was also 4.8.
I don't know what mine is. I go off the way I feel and the way I look. And
starting to sound like a carnivore card game here.
Yeah. We're not going to look at the biggest one, right?
This is the carnivore top trumps going on right here.
Right.
Yeah. Carnivores are competitive.
I mean, but this is the thing.
I'm not.
No animal in the wild calculates any of this stuff. They just eat what they're supposed to eat, and they live. And I think that's the way we're meant to be. And when people take this down to the nitty gritty too deep, they dive into the weeds. It's like, listen, stay out of the weeds, people. Just do the simple thing. Keep it super simple. Just act like a lion. Act like our eyes are straightforward, not like a cow, which go out to the side, not like a sheep where they're looking for predators. We're looking for prey, right? We are predators, and eat like a predator. You will be healthy. Now, some people, have medical conditions they're trying to manage, and that's different. You have to do that for ducks. Yeah, you can eat ducks. I like ducks.
The duck that laid the golden egg.
I like duck.
I've had a turducken before. Have you ever had a turducken? That's pretty good. They stuff a turkey with a duck and a chicken inside of that, and they stuff them all three in each other and bake them.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
That sounds good.
Are we
Is that duck peeking at us?
Hi, Gail.
All I have is butt paste because I have children.
Wow, there was something to share.
Hold on.
My teenage children don't need that anymore.
Hold on,
Joe. And in the rear of that was. Yeah.
What is that?
Quack quack.
It looks like the San Diego chicken's illegitimate son.
Squirrel. I have nothing of interest.
Rick has all the props. This is great.
He's got the props, yeah.
What's he got?
Oh,
hey, Carnivore Soldier.
There you go, Larry.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to get you one, Rob. Anyone that does an interview with me as a veteran gets a shirt.
Yeah.
So I got to get your shirt size.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll send that to you.
And then I need to know if you want a T-shirt
or
a polo type, huh? What's
I
that?
might
wait to wear the shirt at the truck stops.
Just get back to me an email.
Yeah.
It's a good shirt, though, right?
I can't wait to.
Hey,
Larry.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear the shirt at the truck stops and have some truckers come up and ask me about this. What a great conversation starter for a group of people that a lot of which suffer from metabolic problems. It's going to be a fantastic tool for me to try to help the trucking community address some health concerns that I know exist broadly in the trucking community.
So I sent Dante Fregno one after we did our interview because Dante Fregno is my first video. He popped my cherry. That's when I learned about carnivore and went down the road, right? So I know it can be a little crude here, right? This is for grown-ups. So. But anyway, so I sent him a shirt, and he just emailed me a couple days ago. And he emailed me a couple days ago and said that he loved the shirt and he's wearing it. And he invited me to do a Christmas video with him coming up. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to do a Christmas video together with, I think Homestead House is going to be on it. So it's going to be fun. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a fun video.
That'll be fun.
Cool. We got another question here. We got, has anyone had their blood, urea, nitrogen, buns, creatine levels go up with all this protein?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Never measured it.
Yeah, my buns did go up. So
your buns went up.
Yep. My buns went up too, but I don't think that's the kind we're talking about.
I don't think that's. Oh yeah. No, my BUN did. My BUN did go up. Now my nurse friend told me it's just mostly a hydration thing. So that's what she said. So I don't know.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
And it
my wife was here.
throughout
I'd ask
the day.
her,
If you
but she's not home
test
yet.
it in the morning, it can be different in the afternoon.
Yeah. Mine was a fasted test about 10 a.m. and my BUN was high, but I was told it's nothing to worry about. So.
All right, we got another question.
If you felt great and you got bad lab results, would you stop doing what you're doing, even though you feel amazing? Would you respond to how you feel or what the lab results are?
So I found out that I was a lean mass hyper responder, which means my LDL is skyrocketing high. And to some people, my doctor included, like she looked at me like I was going to drop dead of a heart attack right in front of her. Now, fortunately, some new research came out today, so go check that out. It's fantastic news for us. But yeah, no, I didn't stop. So I don't know if that counts, but I feel amazing. And so that's what I'm going by.
So go testament. Go on how you feel.
Yeah, check with Zoe Harcum on cholesterol and LDL and HDL, and also check on Dr. Diamond because those are the two resident expert PhDs in those areas, and they'll explain the LDL, HDL, all that stuff.
If you can find an old video from Dr. Diamond when he's ripping the research into statins, he is hilarious. I mean, that's a good comedy video as well as informative. He's really good guy.
And Zoe Harcum, she did her PhD on fats and cholesterol and such. And what she does now is she gets all these studies that come out and she rips them up and makes like a Cliff Notes with the, here's the premise, here's how it was done, here's what's wrong with it, here's how, and she puts these on a website. So there's a website full of all these studies you can go get like the shorthand note on that's been reviewed. And she also reaches out to the study, the people that performed the study, and challenges them before she publishes it. So she's like, hey, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. How do you respond? And puts that in there too. So it's really good. So I recommend if you are into studies, that's a good place to go. Zoe Harcum. She's a UK PhD, brilliant lady.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Chafee put out a Facebook post today.
All right, got another question here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, John? Go ahead.
Dr. Chafee put out a Facebook post today, and the research says that people who take statins on average live 5 days longer than those who don't take statins. It only increases your lifespan on average by 5 days. And the relationship between statins and dementia and Alzheimer's is actually very, very, it's showing a big relationship there. So you're risking Alzheimer's, dementia, and osteoporosis to maybe gain 5 days.
Yeah. And also
for Dr. Chafee today.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's
type 2 diabetes as well.
Yeah, diabetes. That's what I was gonna say. You got. So that's right. Diabetes is a very high risk. I mean, much higher than, because they use the relative risk when they talk about the benefits, and they use the actual risk when they talk about the negatives, which they should be using the same risk on both. It should be the actual risk, like the total risk, and they don't do that. And that's another thing Zoe had on one of her videos. She had the total number to treat, the TNT page, and it's a great page. You can actually figure out the real numbers from any study out there by plugging them into this website. It's a TNT page, total number to treat. Check it out on Zoe's website. I'm sure she refers to it on there.
Yep.
All right, we got another question here. How many days a week do you sprint, and how many sprints each session, and how long? Thanks. So the answer to that for me is, if you see me running, you better run too, because someone's chasing me.
Yeah. So I got a joke on that. So I was in an Arctic unit, and on the submarine. I was in the Navy before I was Army, and we used to broke through the ice and went to the North Pole, and we had to train to shoot polar bears, because polar bears hunt on the North Pole, and they're the only animal that will actually track you. They're not territorial; they will track you until they get you and eat you, and they can charge at like 25 miles an hour. They're crazy.
They're big.
They're huge. They're 1,800 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So we actually didn't even have M16 rifles. We had M4 rifles because they had a 30 caliber round, and we had silver tip rounds so they wouldn't flatten out in the fat. So anyway, we had to take polar bears very seriously. So I figured that I just partner up with a guy that was not as fast as me.
Yeah,
I didn't have to outrun the polar bear if I ran him, right? And I'm a good shot. Now I'm a marksman. So I'm going to give him the best chance to live there is. But if we don't get that bear, I'm not getting eaten. That's when I started sprinting.
Even the easy prey.
Yeah. But anyway, so sprinting, I do, like I said, I have a random number generator. I sprint 2 to 3 days a week. I have a random number generator. It generates how many sprints I'm doing that day, 1 to 6 or 2 to 6. And then, so I'll do between 2 and 6 sprints a day. And then each time I sprint, I have a random timer generator. These are just phone apps on my iPhone that are free. And once I start it, I start sprinting until the bell goes off. And I don't know how many seconds it is, but it's between 5 seconds and 30 seconds. So today I did a 27, a 29, a 19, and I think a 14 sprint. And I sprint fast as I can. Next,
anybody else want to answer that?
I'm a sprinter. I'll answer. So I sprint every other day, so 3 to 4 days a week, depending. I like the second thing. I might incorporate that. I do between 10 to 20 seconds each sprint. So I vary it up anywhere between 10 to 20 seconds. But I like the random one. It kind of makes a fun surprise moment. So I might do that. I do 6 to 8 reps, and I sprint. I do not start sprinting all out, so I ease into my sprint. So that part where I'm easing into my sprint does not count as part of the session. I don't start timing until I hit my full stride. But I don't want to pull a quadricep because that hurts.
It's the random timer. It's that if you have an iPhone, it's the random timer.
Okay, I do not have an iPhone. I'm an Android girl.
It might be Android too, though.
Yeah,
get it.
So so 6 to 8 reps, and then I just kind of do what you do. I kind of walk around and catch my wind, and then go again, 10 to 20 seconds per. Takes me like 10 minutes, and I'm done.
Yeah. I used to be a sprinter.
6 to 10 a day, 2 days a week.
Oh, nice. That's good. I was a sprinter in high school, so I am looking forward to springtime, and I'll get back into it. I was sprinting a couple of years ago, and I did a sprint after a long walk. So I walked about 5 miles and wasn't properly hydrated, and I was booking it for a fat 58-year-old. And my calf didn't like it. It set me back about 2 months. So you do have to be a little bit careful, but yeah.
That's so funny. I'm sorry.
Cartoons. Looney Tunes. I got Looney Tunes videotapes. Watch out.
Okay, wait.
VHS.
Are they VHS or beta, Rick?
They're VHS. I got VHS.
VHS.
Yeah,
okay.
Blockbuster is calling. I'm trying to
Over
get
there,
videos.
stereo,
on my
I
server.
got all cassette, reel to reel, 8-track.
You have Martin the Martian?
He said real.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Which is-
Martin the Martian's
was it?
great.
U231 bass modulator.
Yes, that's it.
And of course, don't forget about Daffy Duck. That's
Oh, yeah.
despicable.
Sure is.
All right, we got a question here. What video was one of the first ones you watched from a carnivore YouTuber? So obviously a lot of it started off with Ken Berry, and I did too. But from there, I actually found Sean at I'm drawing a blank on his channel. All right, somebody else answer. My mind will come back to me in a minute.
Carnivore.
So I started with
Intentional carnivore. There's the word I'm looking for. Intentional carnivore. Thank you.
Sean White.
Sean White.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great guy. So I started with Dante Fragno, but so that was my first carnivore video. But I had been keto years before, because when I was getting ready for Army schools or getting ready for a record PT test, I would go keto for a month or two, because I knew that it made me perform better and I'd lighten up, and I'd tape measure they tape your body, so I'd be better dimensions, my composition. So I used to watch Dr. Berry when he was keto before he went carnivore, so I knew him. And then when I saw Dante, I'm like, okay, this is a hoax, obviously, and watched it. And I was like, well, maybe not. And then I searched, and the first thing I saw was Dr. Berry doing carnivore. I'm like, what? When did this happen? And I realized he switched to carnivore because he realized it's better than keto, and it actually the way we're supposed to meet the proper human diet. And that sold me 100%. I was completely done at that point. Everything else is just like cherry on top, right? But I was 100% in, because I knew that guy was totally credible.
Yep. Yeah, same. Started with Dr. Berry when he was keto and his transition to carnivore. Dr. Boz early on, because I started keto, and also low carb down under. That channel is amazing, and they have just so many great videos of scientists and doctors who give those presentations. So I'm going to give a big shout out to Low Carb Down Under. Amber O'Hearn on there is great as a carnivorous person. And then I don't know, Dr. Berg's in the mix. But Dante was probably the first YouTuber that was full carnivore that I watched regularly. So yeah.
So I was Dr. Berry too, and then the more I watched him, the more I liked the interviews that he was doing. And so mine was like the Dr. Berry interview with Kelly Hogan, because I was like, what? She's been eating only meat for all this time, and wait, what? And so that was my first whoa, okay. And she's been doing this for a while, and yeah, it was a good one.
And McDonald's patties, which he still
eats,
McDonald's
patties. And I did that the other day for the first time, saved my hunger. And and it really worked. Like the olive part menu.
You can do that in America, but you can't do it in UK, right, Rob? No, because UK they don't have to have 100% beef.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
what would be the rest of it?
Well, if I mentioned last night when I was on with Larry, over here, there was a report last week that someone ordered a Big Mac. And in the pate, they actually found some teeth, which were human teeth.
What? Human
teeth? Where's your puke button?
But they do add filler there, though. They have different sugars and fillers, just like you do with any processed meats.
Yeah. I'm assuming soy products as well.
Some soy protein.
Soy, probably whatever's cheap.
Yeah.
Did you call CSI UK?
Australia is the same way. So if you go overseas, don't try the McDonald's trick. That's an American trick.
Okay, good to know.
And I think if I just walked into McDonald's and asked for the patty, man, they'd look at me like a dog that's just been shown a card trick. Like, what?
A lot of people do it here.
Yeah. For real. Okay.
My first carnivore was Kelly Hogan, but not the Kelly Hogan on YouTube. The Kelly Hogan back when it was Facebook with the zeroing in on health group. Like those were some hardcore.
Was that her? Same girl? Same Kelly Hogan?
Same. Okay. Yeah, it's her. Yeah, but it was way before YouTube. Yeah.
We lost someone.
So when she did start doing YouTube, I jumped all over it.
All right, Nicole, now's your chance. Get in here.
Now's your chance, Nicole.
Text her.
My first one was Dr. Berry, but then I had run across I don't know what her name is, but it's Carnivorous Me. I don't know if you guys, I can't
Amanda.
remember what her name was,
Yeah.
but I ran across her videos along with, or right around the same time as Dr. Barry. So those were my first two big influencers.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, it was the Sean Baker, MD, and the Joe Rogan interview. Because his transformation was quite something. And from there, it just started to like open the door to all you guys, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, somebody got a message. So yeah,
That was me. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Yeah, well, you have mail.
It was very clear.
I was telling Nicole.
Mine was Carrie at Homestead House.
Oh, you're back. Hey, Rick.
Paul
All right. Former Fat Girl says, "What's up, Rick? Are you saving the duckies?"
As always, I'm always saving the ducklings from the canal, from the duck pond. I put them in the oven to dry them off, get them back to the mama. At least 1 or 2 ducklings every week get saved around here.
Oh, definitely.
It's a dry heat.
It's in dry heat.
Dry heat. Yeah, man.
Well, you know, ducklings.
That's
they
not the
can-
microwave oven.
Oh, they. It's not actually the oven. There's a pilot light. It's a very old oven from the 50s and has a pilot light. It maintains the temperature about 100 degrees. So when you got a duckling that's drowning, then you can put it in there and dry it off. Contrary to popular belief, they can drown, and they do get hypothermia very easily because they don't have much of metabolism.
Oh, you're saving the ducklings. I'm down with that.
Always saving the ducklings. You got to save them because one day you may need to cook them.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm thinking
I think
of
I'd like to.
Hey, there's a
future oriented.
Ducks Unlimited. The whole group,
Good
Ducks
story.
Unlimited. That's what they're about.
I think I'd like to
Yeah,
try
the problem
some
with them,
cooking
they
in
don't
the
even
air fryer.
include Muscovy ducks. They discriminate against Muscovy ducks. I don't like that. I don't discriminate.
Maybe they
against
didn't pay
any
their
duck.
dues this year.
Their dues.
We got a little testimony here. We got a new person to our channel, or to somebody's channel. I'm not sure which channel they're on, but this
Hey,
popped
Rick.
in on my feed. I've been on Carnivore for 9 months. I went from 360 to 248, down like 15-17% body fat. As a 6'7" male, I'm currently 1 day into my 3-day water fat.
Well done.
Another tall guy.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well
Are you
done.
ready for the NFL any minute now, like that? Okay.
Welcome to the craziness of this group here.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. He
Uh,
probably runs a 4.740 too. So
A very cheery, duck eating.
thought Rick ditched us to save another vegan.
No, I had a power surge, and now my computer failed. My light's like half burned out. I don't know what happened. This went crazy.
I don't know.
I'm on the emergency light now.
wow, you have quite the life, Rick.
Everything's always happening here. I guess because I live in a
Yes.
place where everything's old and everything's falling apart.
Mhm.
If I'm not pushing my truck, I'm patching my roof.
I've told him he's got to sell tickets to the Rick Experience.
I don't
There
think
you
anybody
go.
would want to see this. It's like going back.
I don't
in
know. It's
time,
pretty
you
amusing
know?
over here.
It's amusing. You make me laugh every time I talk to you.
All the time. Yeah.
I would bring you some VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
I
the
got a
first time I've
whole
seen
collection of them. I got 8-tracks, cassettes, everything. I got a cassette player in my truck. Got an 8-track in my car. Can't go wrong with that.
8-track.
8-track.
I got a
Me and
Falcon
you are the
T1
only ones that
brass
ever
8-track.
used 8-track.
No, I used them. We
Did
had
you?
I
them.
used
plenty.
them. I used
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
I got the 8-track carrier. It's like a case you put them in. You can carry them with you, and I got
Yeah,
8-track holder in my car, and pretty handy.
We need to turn
All
Rick's
right,
house
guys.
into a museum.
Yeah, it looks like the 80s in the background there. So, everybody, if you could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give these channels a follow and a like, I'd appreciate it. And do us a favor, post in the comments where you're from. We want to see who's the farthest away. Who's the farthest away in the comments tonight? So post in there where you're from, and so we can see what part of the country, what part of the world you guys are checking in from. I know Carnivore Rob, you're in the UK, so you're the farthest
well,
on the panel tonight, I'm pretty sure. But just curious where everybody's at.
Yeah, DC is from Australia. I don't know if we're talking. I don't know where we're saying furthest away from what, but I think at least
Yeah,
I'm in
right.
California. I'm
John.
pretty sure DC is the furthest away from me.
What's that, Larry?
It's from the furthest away from you, right, John? From Tennessee.
Furthest away from somewhere.
That would make sense.
Oh, Brazil. I see Brazil.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yep.
Wow, we
That's
got
pretty
we got
good.
some great ones.
Oh, he's got
There
an
it is.
8-track right
Peter
there.
Gunn, too.
Peter Gunn.
Peter
Brand
Gunn.
new, never opened.
Never.
You know, this is the first time I've
Nice.
actually come on a stream and I've actually met Rick. If Rick was to start up his own YouTube channel, I don't know if he's got one, that I'd just call it Just Rick and just do what you're doing, dude. You would kill it.
Yeah.
Sit there.
You
Yeah.
can stream all day long. Just Rick.
Yeah.
Just Rick.
Just Rick.
Just call it Just Rick.
Just
You
Rick.
did
Change
picture
that.
You can eat.
Just
You can
Rick.
Ladies are
talk on the
calling.
phone.
Blockbuster Video.
On the
You can show
phone.
us things that you have.
Talking on a
Dial
dial-up.
phone. Yep.
That's a rotary. That's not even a dial-up. That's a rotary phone.
Rotary phone.
Kenzie
Yep.
would
Pretty good
pick that up.
Wow.
He does have
Rick's a
channel.
millionaire. If he sold half the stuff he had, he probably could make $1 million or
I said
more.
you can sell those books
Got
behind
his
him
Polaroid camera.
and buy his new
I'm gonna do
vehicle.
a 70s selfie.
Yeah.
You know what happens is the Smithsonian up in Washington actually calls Rick to identify things now.
Well, and then Rick came up with the heart attack chicken, and he should
Oh,
open
yeah.
up outlets everywhere. Put him right next to churches.
Chris, you got a troll.
Eat directly with the
Heart
best
attack
chicken
burger.
out there.
Gone.
Yeah.
They're
Send them
gone.
on their way.
I banned them. I banned the troll. Thank you for letting me know. I wasn't sure whose channel it was on.
Yeah, I've seen that
I
Talent
missed
Destroyer.
it. What did they
They started
say?
trolling on my channel because that comment they just put there, they put it
Tarot
on mine
Destroyer.
earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, okay, here we go. Trolls are
It's easy
fun.
to do. Send them on their way. They can talk to
Holy
themselves in
water.
oblivion.
Bye. Be
You know,
gone.
who here had a life where they had so little going on that they would watch a YouTube channel that they had no interest in and then troll? I mean,
So
what is your life if you're doing that? I don't get it.
That happened to us on Linus.
Let's go do that to somebody. No,
It-
why?
And I have a story from my local rancher, the rancher that I ordered the half beef from. And I wanted to go interview them for my channel. And they're going to do it, but they were like very leery because they said that like the PETA people come to their ranch and like harass them.
What
Oh,
people?
wow.
The PETA, like what's that PETA stand for? Like the
People,
People
People
for
eating
People
tasty
eating tasty
animals.
yeah.
Oh, pet,
Yeah, people eating tasty animals.
they
Yeah,
call it
people
pets
eating
over here.
animals, yeah. No, but they come, and so they've had people pretend to be customers that are actually PETA, find out where, and then like come there and harass them. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Do you know what we
I'm
need
all
to-
for the ethical
Wow.
treatment of animals, right up until the point they get slaughtered. I think they should have a great life
And you can
in
do
a
it ethically.
pasture. You know,
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm not about cruelty at all,
No.
and I'm for it.
I know all of the comments that I get that are rude are from vegans or vegetarians, which is funny because I was a 13-year vegan. So you can all boo me now. I got, being really sick and I came over to the carnivore. Like, I never did that though. I would never, even if somebody told me, that they were eating meat, I can't imagine ever just being so nasty. But all of the nastiest things that anybody has said to me on my channel has been from a vegan. And the carnivores don't do that. It's such an interesting flip-flop. I didn't never do that as a vegan, but they're a mean bunch.
Oh, there's some horrible ones out there.
It's iron deficiency.
It's something.
It's low
It's
cholesterol
something.
too.
I don't know what, but it's
Their brain
All the above. Their
starving.
blood work's just bad.
Yeah.
They can't think right.
Yeah. Or it could be a hobby deficiency as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got another question here.
Ooh,
What
me.
would you name your
Mm.
carnivore restaurant? Mine would be Backwoods Steakhouse.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I like it.
I
That's
eat
a good
there.
one.
Mine would just be meat.
That's good.
Yes. Meat.
Simple, sweet.
All right, so my husband and I came up with a controversial restaurant, and I think it'd be really funny. So it's a fusion restaurant with like redneck barbecue, which is great,
Oh.
And then like sushi, like Japanese sushi. So we would call it konnichiwa, y'all.
Yes.
You know, every time you have the eyeball red.
Oh man, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
I would eat. Oh yeah.
So you would like sushi
Sold.
rolls with like barbecue. It'd be great.
Love it.
Make it so. Make it so. Number one.
Konnichiwa, y'all, and they have to say it every time you come in. Like you get greeted like Cold Stone or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd serve iguanas and call it just Rick's place.
Hey, yeah.
Rick's would be iguana and duck food.
I was thinking of that Humphrey Bogart movie, you know. What was it? Casablanca?
Mhm.
Remember that they call that Rick's place?
Yeah.
Place, yeah.
Yeah.
Rick
Mhm.
needs to make a restaurant for his heart attack chicken because I would go there
It
every
sure
day.
does.
Telling you.
Well, you know,
Oh,
one
that's
of these
good.
I
fast
like
food
it.
places one time, I don't know if it was Churches or one of them, they had naked chicken, which was basically the same thing, except they used seed oils. But it didn't last long. I don't think too many people bought it. They wanted that duck covered chicken or whatever that crap is, that flour or some other nasty junk they put on the chicken. They smother their chicken with crap. You know, you're gonna throw it. I throw that stuff away if I ever have to eat it. So what's the point?
What is it? Is it like a breading?
Breading.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just some kind of cornstarch and flour, and it's
Mhm.
horrible. I don't know
Well-
why anybody would eat that nasty stuff.
Duck food.
Hey,
Chicken by itself is fine if you fry it, and if you can catch a feral chicken, those are the best. The meat is darker and very flavorful. You get one of them
Yum.
roosters running around the neighborhood, wakes you up in the morning, give it a good shot, and within a few hours, you'll be frying that sucker up and enjoying that delicious taste.
Not a lot of roosters running
making
around
me
my
hungry.
neighborhood.
They got
you
them
know.
all over the place
Get out.
here. The Cubans, they used
Yeah.
to, you know, they had chickens, and the county banned the chickens. They're illegal in this neighborhood, so they turn them loose. They run all over the place. You go
Oh my
behind the Winn-Dixie, they got chickens all over the place. There's chickens in the park. There's chickens on my street now. I had one crowing at me. I couldn't find my BB gun. I was going to take him out. He ran like crazy. But if he keeps coming here, he's going to end up in the kitchen. That's where all them nasty roosters end up. I mean, I don't mind the ducks. They're quiet. These Muscovies don't quack, but the rooster, you get there like 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then you hear the hens clucking and chickens running all over the
There we
place.
go.
If I wanted to live on a farm, I'd live on a farm. But hey, one shot and the noise goes away, and you get some boiling water, get them feathers off, gut it out, and pretty soon you got that hot lard or tallow going. Drop that chicken in there, and it's so good. It makes
Man,
it
you
so
make it-
much
I'm getting
better
so
than
hungry listening to this. Just wow.
I was gonna say. I mean,
Oh.
I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
just made the ad for your restaurant.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right there.
Welcome to Rick's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friends used
Iguana
to
Rick.
My friends would joke
Lion's
about what would
Den.
the world be like if everybody was like me. They said, "Oh, it'd be a terrible place. There wouldn't be any animals." I said, "You're totally wrong. There'd be animals all over the place. If everybody was like me, you know, everybody would stop. Nobody'd run over anything because they'd be looking at it. It's like, well, maybe I could catch this one and cook it up. You know, we'd be treating animals like kings around here. I mean, think
You've
about
got
it.
potential.
It's like all the places where people hunt, you know, they have to preserve the wildlife so they can go hunting. So it's the same thing. If everybody was a carnivore, there'd be so many animals. All these shopping centers and condos, I'd bulldoze those things, turn them into cow pastures. Nobody would want to live in an apartment building. You know, maybe we could turn some of the condos into hen houses. That's about all they're good for.
Love it.
Hey, Rob, we got a question for you. It says, Rhonda here wants to know how you're doing on your step challenge.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, that's what I was just looking for on my phone in the comments. Brilliant. I'm heading towards like what am I on? 100,000 steps so far. I absolutely smashed it over the weekend. I put a challenge out. I found it on my Garmin Fit for the month of December. See if you can get over 300,000 steps between the 1st of December and the 31st. And anybody wants to take part, drop me a line. Carnivore Leo took up the challenge. I'm pretty more sure she's going to wipe me into the floor because she's out doing 20, 25 a day, probably more.
What
But,
you want?
let's see how many she can get by December 31st. So yeah, it's going well. Anybody wants to get involved? Go comment on my channel. Steps.
What?
Oh yeah, your trolls come back. Oh, you got rid of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I
I'll
got rid of
do
them. I
that.
don't know. Yeah, I got rid of them.
You know the saddest thing is that, well, they are sad. These people obviously sitting in the basement eating cold baked beans out of a can with a dirty fork. That's a different account. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you banned them from the first one. They've now gone away, created
Mm-hmm.
another one. They can't get that time back just to put that comment. And it lasted all of 10 seconds.
Did they get a different account or did they just go to somebody else's channel?
No,
That account's
I
banned.
was able to ban them. So if they
first
were
one
not
will be
on my
banned.
channel, I wouldn't have been able to ban them.
So they'll have to make another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
I must have missed it. I didn't
They're
see
probably
it.
getting paid by some group. I'll be
Yeah,
nice
that's sad.
and not name the potential group.
It took an hour and 40 minutes, Mike, but you got the conspiracy in there.
That's right. Yep.
They want us to be redacted.
Well, if a company's paying for that, I mean, we're such a small group here. None of us are major stars or anything. We don't have like huge followings. If they're worried about affecting a
yet.
couple thousand people, I mean, I don't get it. You know,
Mhm.
that's a waste of money. They need to be going after Ken Berry and those guys.
They probably are.
Yeah, well, that's what they should be doing
Well, they
tonight
do.
instead of here, because
Yeah.
this is small potatoes.
It's probably an
Probably,
intern. Probably an intern who's practicing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Either that or the probably part of the vegan teacher's Patreon.
It could be
Nobody
a
would
bot.
waste their time trolling my channel.
could
They'd
be
want
a
my
bot,
channel to
yeah.
succeed so I could scare everybody away.
Rick, man, your camera and your setup there just looks like a scene from the early Friends. Back in the
Really?
90s, dude. Yeah.
It's just my
Just
living
this-
room.
Just the lighting and everything.
Huh,
I keep
wow.
expecting Joey to walk across the screen.
In fact, you look like Ross.
Really? They're funny.
Yeah. Captain Sobel.
Yeah, Captain Sobel.
Quick
He was
story
great in
about that.
That was brilliant. Band of Brothers.
When
Yeah.
when the show Friends ended, working as a paramedic in Charlotte, and the company that I work for, the county that I work for, Mecklenburg County, bought the set from Friends, put it on an 18-wheeler, drove it to Charlotte, and we used it to do a scenario practice. So I've actually been, that set is actually sitting in Charlotte. So the couches and the chairs and everything, we would do these mock scenarios where somebody would have a heart attack or get shot or whatever. And we would come in and they had cameras everywhere filming us how we would respond in these different situations. So that actual set from Friends I've actually been on, but it's actually in Charlotte.
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
You've touched history.
So Joey had a heart attack in Charlotte?
What's that?
Sorry. I was connecting the dots all in the wrong way,
Okay.
trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
They don't all, not all the jokes land. I'm just gonna say.
No, they get here. They might.
You got to put them out
there's-
there. You don't know the rest.
Maybe there's a time delay.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. You're getting at least 3 or 4 trolls in here tonight.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Christy, are they all on your channel?
California.
Yep.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Is she muted really?
Yeah, they're all on my channel because if they weren't, then I wouldn't be able to ban them. Like it would say
SoCal.
they're not on your channel, so you can't do that.
So it's probably the same person again doing
Yeah,
different
I think
accounts.
so.
Yeah.
Just
But you're getting good practice too, zapping them.
It is. I'm zapping them. I'm zapping them good.
Quick.
Pew, pew, pew.
Hey guys, I got to bow out. My phone's at 1%. It's about to die. I've got to plug in.
Okay.
Charging. So maybe what's her name can come in.
Maybe Nicole.
Yeah.
You guys.
All right,
Merry
Nicole, here's your
Christmas.
chance.
All right, John, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, John.
Merry
Bye-bye, y'all.
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So I know we know what's
He's
what's
still on.
everyone's
Does he know
favorite
Okay.
Christmas movies here. Have you guys seen a good Christmas movie this year yet? Or watched one of your favorites?
Die
You
Hard.
know I have.
I know you have, Becky.
Die
I was
Hard.
asking the others.
I
Die
haven't
Hard
yet,
is a
but
Christmas movie.
It is.
It is.
It is a
I
Christmas
agree.
movie. It's about the
Yeah.
only one I like. I'm not a big Christmas movie person.
It's
Which
a
one do you like?
wonderful life. You have
It's
to
Wonderful
see
Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I always watch
Not
this
yet,
one.
that's
I've already
Christmas
watched
Eve.
it this year. Oh, you do Christmas Eve? I watched it this year already.
And then
I watched White Christmas,
Yeah, that's great.
there's this movie.
Christmas with the
Oh, yeah.
Cranks,
Yeah.
Elf.
I like Four Christmases. That's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's
because
up
Vince
probably
Vaughn
next.
and yeah. When he
The
gets to the
Santa
Claus.
Oh, I
Claus.
started the Polar
Oh,
It's
there's
fun.
another one, Christy.
Yep, I
Oh,
got
Terror Destroyer.
Unless they change channel.
Just leave it
Nope.
up. That's kind of
Not
funny.
on mine.
That's
Here's
No,
our
funny.
panel.
You should leave
Oh,
them there
that's
because
a
we
good
Put it
can
on the
one.
That's a
screen.
good one.
Put
Leave
it on
it.
the screen.
leave it because we can just destroy them.
Leave that one.
I like that.
was
That's a
funny.
badge of honor.
Okay.
There you go.
We'll leave it right
That is
there.
a badge of honor.
So that's got to be your third account, dude. You are obviously sitting in your mother's
Yeah, that's
basement
good.
eating cold baked beans out of a can with that dirty fork just come off suckling your mother's tit. Seriously, dude.
No doubt. See, in the army, listen,
That's
before
great.
this internet came up, if people talked to you like that, they would get throat punched in the army. You just
Right?
pop them in the throat,
Yeah.
and that would stop it
Yeah.
right away. Can't do that on the internet. So people feel emboldened to act like idiots.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
But look how idiotic that is.
That's
It's great.
so
That's
dumb.
funny.
It is.
Is anybody
funny.
curious how he gets his name to be so big?
Juvenile and idiotic.
They're missing
Yeah, I don't
7
know how to
poops
do
because
that.
there's 10 people. Oh no, there's 9 now.
I love
They're
it.
missing poops.
Well, actually, I have to pop off, guys. I apologize.
Aw.
My kid is over here demanding.
Mm.
So
Okay.
Those
it was
kids.
Kids.
nice talking to everybody. Y'all have a great
I
night.
love you,
Bye,
Kat.
Cat.
Bye.
Bye, Cat.
Bye.
Yeah.
So I do like the good old Charlie Brown Christmas. I do like that one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we watched that
Yep.
too. I love the music to that.
Mhm.
You need Apple Plus for that now. Apple TV Plus.
Is
Paging
No, we're gonna
Nicole.
introduce
Nicole, are
them
you
to
coming?
kids.
Paging Nicole, are you coming on
Vince
here?
Girl.
Taking Nicole to the live stream.
Trying to sleep.
I
is
texted
anybody
her.
is anybody a fan of the Snowman
What?
from
Okay, she
1980,
says- She
1985?
says she'll
Frosty?
pause for like 30 minutes.
No, the English one. The music
Oh.
was by Aled Jones. The
No.
I
Snowman.
have not seen
Maybe
that. No.
It's an old one.
Okay.
Look it up on
I'll look it
YouTube.
up.
I don't know what
You
you're
know
talking about.
the song was called "The Walking in the Air," with the snowman flying around with when they take off in the backyard.
What?
Okay, you have to go on YouTube to find it.
We will
Yeah.
find it
Yeah.
because now we're
Yeah.
curious.
Snowman. It was 1985. It was a Roald Dahl book.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a
Oh,
really.
Gail knows. Gail just put a comment, John. She knows. I love
Oh,
the
there we
snowman.
go. Yeah,
She loves
it's,
the
beautiful. It's
snowman.
really beautiful cartoon.
Susan's from the UK.
Susan.
She
Okay,
remembers the
Susan.
snowman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
well,
I
that's a good
introduced
one,
my
Jack
too.
son
Frost and
to
Michael.
the Christmas Carol from the 40s, like the 1945 version, I think. It's really good.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it held his attention as a 13-year-old. Actually, yeah, he was 13 at the time. The whole movie, he was really into it. And I was amazed. I was like, it's just, when you have a good film, it doesn't matter if it's old. It's just done so
No.
well, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, Charles Dickens, you can't go wrong with his story. I mean, that's just a
No.
masterpiece.
It's all
I watched
storytelling.
Miracle on 34th Street, the old one, the original.
fun.
Okay.
That's a fun
Yep,
one.
that's a good.
That is
one.
a fun one.
Good old Chris.
That
Kringle.
Santa is amazing in that one. He was
Yeah,
a great Santa,
he's about Mike Shaw's height, I think.
but he had better beard.
Wow.
though. He had like
Better
the short
beard. More,
Mike,
more.
That, that felt like a dig there.
that did. That had a little bite to it, Becky.
That's
Okay.
sting all the way over here.
I've been short my whole life.
You know, we only
I'm
make
still shorter
fun of the
than
cold
Mike.
height.
That's right. Yep. Water off my back.
I
What
kinda
about
wanna
Christmas
watch
music? Do
Home
you guys
Alone
lean towards the traditional or the pop?
Mm,
Traditional.
Vince Guaraldi
Traditional.
for sure.
I
You
love
know.
traditional.
Yeah.
I'm in touch with my inner Clark Griswold for sure.
Look who it is.
Nicole.
Speaking
Quack,
of Clark Griswold, oh my gosh, there's a car dealer up the street from my business, and they have an old RV out front of their at Christmas time, decorated with lights, and two like mannequins dressed up like the I don't know
Eddie,
what you think.
cousin Eddie,
Yeah, it's hilarious.
shitter's full. I mean, that's my
Exactly.
favorite. That's my favorite part of the movie right
That's
there.
it, I figured.
One of them. But I mean, cousin Eddie's the best.
Yeah, that's a good character.
Hey, we got Coach Nicole in. She's
Hi,
muted,
Coach
but she's in.
Nicole.
Short butter
Hey,
girl has
Coach.
arrived.
Are you working?
Morning.
What's up, Coach? Thank you.
Soundboard's
Your
live.
shirt.
She
Soundboard's
had
live,
an
people.
Velcro shirt.
The party has started.
The part.
Yeah. An hour 49 in.
Well, you know, you gotta roll in.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably late.
late. Right.
Then the party gets started.
You were full.
I know.
She tried.
I was gonna
We weren't when we started.
My ass was kind of passed out on the recliner. Oops.
She was comatose.
The drool.
Busy week, huh?
I know you just came on for me, Nicole. Thank you.
I did. Thank you so.
Oh.
And Rick with the ducky.
Yeah. Pecking her.
So what
Trying
I
to
missed?
accost you.
Checking you. Yeah.
We're talking
did you
about
miss?
what
Let's
Christmas
recap.
things you like, movies and music and stuff.
Music?
Yep. And stuff. Carnivore
And
stuff.
and things.
Yep. All the things.
Yay.
Yeah, it's like being back in the NAFI Christmas party.
Have a very MIDI Christmas.
Before the-
Here we go. We actually just
Merry
got
Christmas,
our tree
everyone.
yesterday.
Your
And
tree?
yeah, we just got the tree yesterday. My husband got the fresh Christmas tree, and the kids were so excited. Like so excited. Like, it's a tree. They were so happy. It was
I'm-
really
I'm-
nice. They're so little now, and it's just
you
like
might not know. I'm sick of the sight of Christmas trees, but
Oh yeah, you were doing that job in Scotland, right?
yeah, I love Christmas, but I've spent 2-3 weeks humping and dumping the big buggers up in Scotland in rain for like 10 hours a day. So yeah,
I understand.
You've
yeah,
had your
I love
fill.
Christmas.
Get it?
Yeah.
It's all for the
Yeah.
kids, though.
Oh yeah,
Well, growing up in Oregon, I worked at a Christmas tree farm one year as a young teenager, shearing trees. You know, you unleash an army of 15 and 16-year-olds with machetes, and they walk backwards doing this motion on the tree to shape them during the summertime. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, but that's
We grow a
what
few
goes
of
on in
those
Oregon.
trees
That's why
here.
your tree looks perfectly perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind did you get, Allie? Noble, Douglas? What kind of tree is it? You're muted.
I'm muted. Actually, I have no idea.
Oh,
Sorry. My husband, he just
You
brought
know-
it home. It was a surprise.
what are some other kinds? I don't even know. Norwegian?
Plastic. That's my kind.
Mine too now.
Me too.
I don't have a storage for that.
I do have those like pine things that are scented though, so it smells like pine. You hang them on there. They're dipped in pine. So you hang them and your house smells like pine.
So you've
Yeah,
got
I
a
noticed-
Christmas tree with car scents on it.
Basically, there's tree pine things you hang. They're green. You can't see them even.
A little car scent on your tree.
I noticed that when the tree came in, I started sneezing a lot. So I wonder if like the scent of the Christmas tree is making me like, since I'm carnivore now, and I'm so I wonder if I'm more sensitive to it because I'm sensitive to like seasonings and all that stuff. And it's a plant, a big old plant in my living room.
Yeah. Or if you're allergic to gin.
Maybe I'm allergic to holiday spirit. Just like,
That's it.
bah humbug.
Okay, so
Original
my
Scrooge.
Apex Odyssey does it too. My plastic tree is covered with pine scented plastic sticks.
Plastic sticks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
Just
I buy
get a
mine
real
every
tree.
year. I refresh them. They're wood ones, and you just hang them. They're like in a plastic
Really?
thing with the oil in the bottom, and the wood,
Yeah.
seeps up into it, wicks into it.
I've never heard that before.
Wow,
It's
everybody
just
got
me,
quiet.
so
I'm tired.
it's just me, so I usually don't get a tree. But when I
See what
get a
happened
tree,
was
it
when
has to
Nicole
be
showed
real.
up, we all got tired.
I chip them.
What the
yeah.
heck?
It's
Don't
5
worry.
in the morning here. Hey, who's on the? Wow,
If
who's
you
on the
settle
dairy?
down, I've always got
Who's
energy.
on the
You know,
dairy?
Yeah.
Nicole, I created an intro for this live stream based on you and Rick, and you didn't show
Yeah.
up for it.
Can you play it again?
Now
I
we
was
got
here, but I was on the phone.
Play it again.
I tried
You
to
want me to
stream
play-
on my channel and it was full.
You want me to play it again?
Yes.
Play it,
Go ahead,
Sam.
play it again.
Do it.
See?
That was really good.
Good.
I think you should play that again.
That's awesome.
One more time.
Yeah, hit it.
Hey, can I share something for a minute? Here's my
Yes.
tree.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on, I'm looking for it. There it is.
There's
Oh,
my
Ooh.
tree.
Oh, wow.
That's
It's
cool.
plastic. I'm plastic and proud.
Yeah, I can see
We
why.
don't have any lights. We need to buy lights.
I got a video what I do with
That's
trees.
pretty good.
What? Who was that,
Probably
Rick?
burns them, right?
Rick.
Not sure we want to
Yeah.
see that one.
What's your
You
video?
saw the video I put up what I do with Christmas trees after the holidays. I collect them
would
from
you-
the neighborhood and I grind them up and I barbecue with them.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Smart.
that's resourceful.
Yeah.
I got a wood chipper, but I showed a video on how you can do it with a lawnmower.
You wouldn't want my tree. It'd be smoky.
I
and
wouldn't want to. I
black
wouldn't want to cook
toxic.
off pine.
Mine either.
Oh,
Yeah.
believe me,
Pine's
it worked
pretty,
good. I
sappy.
cooked my ribeye steak on pine from last year. You know, I had a video of when I got the fire going. It's all charcoal. It doesn't matter. By the time you got charcoal,
Might explain why you're not gaining weight.
That's gonna be an interesting flavor.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
pine burn.
I'm jealous of my Apex Odyssey going to get ribeye for $6.99 at Winn-Dixie.
Same.
might be lucky.
I saw that.
Yeah, Publix should have it out there at this time. I actually need to get on there and check the ads because
Either one.
Publix runs a $6.99 on ribeye for Christmas every year. So
Publix here is garbage.
Oh,
Looks like Home
guys.
Depot.
What?
Guys,
no, I
I
don't care
got
about
good
that.
news.
I just want
So,
the ribeyes for $6.99.
my in-laws, they said, "What do you want for Christmas?" And we're like, "Oh, we want to." You know, they were like, "Oh, we'll get you some Omaha steaks," and we're like, "You know, that's nice, but no." So they said that we could get a whole ribeye chunk or whatever they're called, and they'll foot the bill.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
Take that
I
off.
wanna
them.
do it.
Ribeye
Get my whole
chunk.
cow myself.
whatever it's called. you know,
Ribeye
the big
roast.
roast. I don't know,
Standing
maybe
rib
it's
roast.
Standing
Oh,
rib roast. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I haven't
That
gotten
sounds
one of those in a long
amazing.
time.
I
All right,
have
here
one
comes
that
dinner.
I'll be making tomorrow.
DC Learning to Live made their own ornaments. He was talking about that yesterday or the day before. I think we were on a live stream with them. They make all their own ornaments. We used to do that. We used to do it with popcorn and string when I was a kid. And we had tinsel. Remember tinsel?
Tinsel. Oh, yeah.
That
That was a big deal back then.
Yeah, it took you 6 months to get that stuff out of the house because it was
I
everywhere.
know, right? But it was a big
Not
part
the-
of Christmas.
About the
Yeah.
time you got rid of it, you
Tangled
were
up
about
in
ready
your
to put it
vacuum
in.
cleaner.
Yeah.
You'd be pulling
And there were
tinsel
some
out of your
people who
vacuum
put
cleaner
one-
for 6 months.
One
Yeah.
strand up
It'll
at a
come
time.
back. You know, one day it's going to come back. Everything comes back. We're going to have, you know,
That's true.
Yeah, it'll come back.
they're back in the
It's fun when you
70s
burn the
outfits
tree.
now with the in the 80s high waist outfits, all the girls wearing and stuff. And bell bottoms. It's going to come back. We're going to get
Bell
tinsel
bottom.
too.
Someone,
Well, it is back.
Someone
the high
somewhere-
waist are
I know,
back,
that's what
and
I'm saying.
the bottoms.
That all
Yep.
came back. So we're going to see
Yeah.
tinsel trees. I guarantee it.
someone somewhere saved their tinsel from the 80s in their
Yeah,
Christmas
they're-
stuff. That's still
They're
in there.
ready.
People still use
It's
it.
They're ready.
vintage.
They're ready to go.
Vintage.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
vintage.
If this is the Brady Bunch, I'm Alice.
Hi, Alan.
You are Alice. Nice.
Going this way? No, this way.
I mean,
Hi,
yeah,
Chris.
Bruce.
Someone
It's
had
like
Hi, Nicole.
it's my favorite topic.
someone had
That's
tinsel
because
and
he's
their
an
cat ate it.
influencer.
I'm
They had
a
huge
micro
gut
influencer.
bill. Yeah.
Right. I'm a de-influencer. So I'm the example of what not to do, and then
Oh,
it's
very
just
good.
as effective. It's just reversed. It works. Whatever Mike's doing, do the opposite. You'll be great.
Oh,
But
Karen
I like your
Harrington
hat.
has
I want to wear your hat.
saved her tinsel.
Thank you.
Karen Harrington, 758, saved her colored tinsel.
Wow,
Karen.
I'd love to see that.
For
Thanks, Karen.
confirming.
Okay, well, you got to break it out then and put it on a tree. Now we want to
Yep.
see it.
Yeah.
And
for
So
start
now
trending.
Karen gets to start the trend.
Yes.
Yes.
He gets to kickstart
yes.
it back.
All over
Listen,
TikTok,
you put it on Pinterest, it'll be a hit.
Pinterest.
It'll be
Yep.
huge.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
especially the young moms who've never seen it before.
Right.
That's what I was going
What's
to
this
say. The
magic
young
silver
kids these
stuff?
days in their 20s, they just
Yeah.
don't know what hit them when they see that, Karen.
This is
Those
great.
youngins.
Where do I get this?
Those youngins. Those youngins.
Yeah.
Gross.
I almost
Yeah,
called you
those
out,
young-
Ellie, but then I didn't. Nicole will just call me old if I do that.
I'm not in
You
my
are.
20s.
And tall. Christy's freaking tall. Who knew?
How tall are you, Christy?
I'm not tall, but Nicole is 5 foot short. And so my 5'6", I was towering over her. It's pretty hilarious. If you haven't seen our video, we met in real life. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 5'8", so when we meet Nicole, you're gonna be like this.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I wanted to bring this up,
Get a
guys,
step
because
cool.
I have all your channels here, or whoever might be in your channels, or they might watch it later. I'm going to have a local meetup in Austin, Texas in January.
Oh, I saw
So
that.
if anyone's in
Oh.
Central Texas that might be interested in showing up, I'll be check my channel. Definitely follow it.
What are,
Rob, you're
what are the
invited.
dates?
I know you're not going to make it, but you're invited.
Brother,
Oh, you
I
guys
would
are-
love, I would
I don't
love
have
to
a
get
date
over
yet.
there.
So you have to follow
Okay.
my channel, and I will make a date in January. It'll be January though.
well,
Start the
so
new year
my
off
birthday's
right.
in January, and my son lives in Austin. This
Well,
is
we're going to
perfect.
be having barbecue, so we're going to start the year off right. So if you want to make it down, you can. I'll let you know when I get that
I
date down.
wish. Oh,
We
I'm
need
so
we
excited.
need an East
Wish
Coast
we
meetup. All
did.
these meetups are like Central and West.
Got
We
that
need-
right.
What's up with the East Coast, man?
West?
You left out.
I'm
Yeah.
planning one for Nashville in February.
Yeah, what's up with all these meetups that are centrally located to the whole United States? That's not
Hush your
fair.
mouth, Mike. Remember, you're a de-influencer. Opposite of what you say. Don't listen to him.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. Oh well. Curses foiled again.
Where's my Florida meetups?
I'd have got away with it too if it wasn't for your 5 foot tall kids.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
I guess I could come to San Antonio and see my son maybe for the first time ever since he's
See?
lived there. And
It's right down the
pop over
road.
to Austin.
Yep, right down the road.
Yep.
San Antonio is
Go
2.5
down-
hours away. About 2
Go
hours.
see Shamu.
Yeah.
I don't live there. That's mean.
Nicole.
It's not
You're
that
former
much.
Shamu.
I mean, it's
You're not tall enough to be Shamu.
Former
that's right.
I would have changed my channel name. Former Shamu.
I saw Shamu at SeaWorld before he got banned. It was scary. It's pretty scary when you're a kid. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't blame him.
The killer well. They have a reputation, you know.
Yeah, I'm scared of them because they're the only animal. What is it like? I think they're the only
It has-
natural predator for the moose. You
For
know
what?
I mean?
What?
Yeah.
For the moose.
For the moose?
Like,
Shamu.
yeah, like killer whales are the only animal that naturally eats moose. Like when the ice was all formed and they just eat the moose because like
You can just come
wolves
up
will
there.
try to take down a moose, but it's not. They're natural predators. You know what I mean?
Moose,
So I'm
moose-
scared
okay.
of killer whales.
a moose is a
Okay,
big animal.
I gotta look this
Moose-
up, Ellie.
moose
This
are big.
sounds.
All right, fine. I'll look it up.
Low carb events.
Oh, I thought they were
Yeah.
looking up killer whales eating moose. What? No.
In-
we're talking
in
about
May-
low-carb events.
In May, we have the KetoCon, which is now being called Hack Your Health, and that's in Austin.
Okay.
And we're definitely doing meetups during that.
Yeah.
And Dr.
Yeah.
Kiltz is talking there. I know that because I talked to him and he said he's going to be there on a panel. So we'll get to meet him. But that's going to be a great one. So KetoCon is now Hack Your Health.
Mhm.
Up in May 31st.
Hack your health by KetoCon.
Yep.
So this website's called lowcarbevents.com. And there's all kinds of this, and you can actually there's Dr. Lisa Wiedemann's having her 5th annual Northeast meetup.
Hey,
And then Northeast. There you
sure.
go.
Come
There
to
you
my
go.
home.
That's like a short girl event right there.
That's
Well, that's where I'll put this then once I get it scheduled.
And there's low carb San
Yeah,
Diego
people would
for you
appreciate
Southern California types.
So yeah, that's where I find all of them. That's how I found out about Dr. Wiedemann's.
What was that, Christy?
The low carb, the one in San Diego is really geared toward doctors.
for doctors.
So you can go if you're not a doctor, but it's geared for doctors. So
Yeah.
But you can listen to them talk, right? I mean, they might have.
Oh yeah, you could go and listen. Maybe I'll do that someday. I don't know. Maybe I just feel like it might be over my head. I don't know.
I don't know. I watched
Not
Scrubs.
much
It
is over
seems
your
like
head.
doctors like to have a good time.
Laura Spath and her gang sometimes have one in Arizona. Or be there yet. So
Yeah, right. Arizona,
Oh.
Nevada, Montana. Or Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Whoa, orcas occasionally feed on moose.
Oh, you found okay.
There
Someone
she
put
is.
it
Look
in
at
the
that.
chat.
Okay.
Why not?
Ellie with the strange fact trivia.
It's pretty
Second
good.
here. It's the carnivore brain working.
Humans also occasionally dine on moose.
Yeah.
Huh.
If you
I'm
watch
just
Life
scared
Below
of moose,
Zero.
and then I found out that killer whales eat them, and so now I'm also scared of killer
Right.
whales.
It's natural.
Yeah.
It's just
So anything
Yeah,
that'll
you're
eat a
saying
moose,
something.
you stay away from. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Well,
around them.
Larry could eat a moose. I've had moose burger.
Who's that?
I would try it. I would try it. I don't know. I saw a
Moose burger's
taxidermy
really good.
moose in a museum once, and it just
ruminant.
scared me so much
Mhm.
as a kid.
I remember
Yeah,
there
they
was
are huge.
I guess that's the verb, polar bear in Reno at like a bank or something. It was huge. It was upright like this.
In Reno?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
What was
Yeah.
it doing
Why
there?
Reno? I don't know.
That makes no sense.
It won.
Okay.
We have no polar bears in Nevada.
You need to go outside. I
That
got my
you
dog
know
out.
of.
I'll be right back, guys.
Well, that's true. They could be.
Where did John go? Is he going to try to
They
find a
do have
moose or
whales in
something?
Nevada, though. You know.
I'm sorry, I derailed the conversation. My moose talk.
Yeah, is John out moose hunting right now? Who's leading the stream? Christy.
went to-
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, I think he's gone for an old man break, if you know what I
Is
mean.
he? Ah. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
he might be a bit.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, if John and Larry
Christy
are out,
is-
I nominate Christy.
Yep. Christy's been
Too
zapping
funny.
trolls, so she's already lined up.
Trolls,
For
and
them.
I must have done a good
Yep.
job the last time I zapped him because he didn't come back. So
Yep. They've been zapped into
His
His
oblivion.
mom told him to come upstairs for dinner.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
that's
put
what
that-
it was. That's what
put
it
that kind
was.
of
That was
beans down.
great.
You know, in my regiment, that sort of person, we would have used him as a falling plate. You know, watch and shoot, watch and shoot. Yeah, absolute oxygen thief. No time for these people.
Oh my goodness.
No, no
Yeah.
time.
Guys,
and
I have to
everyone's
say, I'm
wearing
so
thin.
glad.
Everyone's wearing thin. Everyone got quiet. Like everyone's like, "Come on, Nicole, come on!" And everyone just like, "Mm."
Well,
I was gonna
I'm
say
waiting
something
for the
before me.
vegan roast.
"Oh,
vegan roast?
Jonathan and I are tag team in that."
All right.
Yeah.
Give it
okay,
to
I
him.
gotta see the next
gotta
one of
put
those,
Shane
Nicole.
back in
Your
the hole where he
reaction
came from.
videos.
What'd you say, Rick?
You got to put Shane back in the hole that he came from.
We got it. His anti-aging diet is it starts off with a green smoothie. So
Ugh.
Where's
Those
that?
never taste
Where's
good.
the? I'm so glad I never did that. At least
Yeah, I
Did you
never,
ever see
I never
my
did
version of a
juicing.
green smoothie?
That sounds dreadful.
yeah, when you broke your
is.
processor.
Yes. Rick the vegan.
Iguana's shakers up and away.
I haven't
John,
done
it
that
looks
yet. I'm
amazing
thinking
when you
Dan
drink that
Aykroyd,
because
Bath
it's
and Matter.
green.
Yeah, it goes invisible.
So it's clear. So it's like an invisible bottle that we can see through, and you're drinking out of it.
Everyone has cool backgrounds.
Mine's a real one, so it doesn't.
Mine's
do that
not.
trick.
Mine's just my real office.
I have a
what
candle.
mine is.
Oh, this
my
really
office.
I have a
happened.
candle.
Pomegranate.
This really happened. So
Yeah, that's a picture you
That's
took.
a real event.
Yeah. Yeah, it really happened.
This is a real event.
It snowed once.
Virtual background.
Yeah, Mike has been getting snow already. You can keep that. You
Yep.
can keep that.
Keep it right where it is, Mike. I'm glad
Yeah,
you enjoyed it.
here.
We don't want it. I got rain for days though. Man,
Well,
it didn't
snows
rain
here,
this
the
much
world
last
is ending.
winter. So.
Ooh, that's a good one, Mike.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yep.
That's Lubbock, Texas. Two
So Nicole,
winters ago.
Nicole, how was the rest of your trip in California after I left you? I know it went downhill from there because I wasn't around, but
We just went back to the room and I kind of cried because you left us. So
yeah,
it took me
I
about an
know.
hour to recover.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, it was good. We found so Becky knows I'm a huge Eagles fan, and they were the national game except for Huntington, like Orange County, where we were in California, and one other place. So of course I travel national game, and I was in the only spot in California where they didn't air the game. So we took a little bit, but we found a place that had the Sunday ticket. So we pretty much spent like 5-6 hours in a sports bar watching the Patriots and then the Eagles game.
Okay.
Nice.
So Whitney put a question there asking if any of us hunt.
John does. That's
yeah.
where he just
Yeah.
went. He went out back to go
Yep.
hunt. That's why he turned his webcam off and left the stream.
Yeah.
So what did you get,
What'd
John?
you get?
I left the stream because I drank too much water.
I have hunted.
Squirrel,
But
just
I
squirrel.
mean,
Was that
we've
solid
been
Canadian
going here for 2 hours. That you can
Right,
always sit
Rob.
here so long. You're like, you know what?
Good
I'm
night,
leaving.
brother.
I mean,
Deer, rabbits, squirrel, turkey, and frogs.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I
I
used
have
to hunt.
started getting into it, but he hasn't gotten anything in.
I just don't
You do
have time to
squirrels.
hunt now.
Yeah.
He's looking for boars.
I mean,
and
that was the
deer.
thing here in Oregon. All the boys in the fall had their guns on their gun racks in their pickup trucks in the parking lot at the high school so they could go hunting.
That was me.
before
Yeah,
after
when I was
school.
a kid.
Yep.
We had a gun club in the high school too.
Yeah.
And my son's in a 4-H now. I teach him to shoot every Thursday. We go out and shoot, do marksmanship. So,
Oh.
and he's got his own rifle.
A gun club in school?
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
It was
that's very
common.
common.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
from
yeah.
New Jersey. We get arrested.
No. This is very common in
know.
America back in the 80s and 70s.
Back in the day.
Yeah, America, not Jersey.
Yeah.
Back when common sense prevailed.
Not New Jersey, America.
I've been gutted. Oh, it's
America.
Wow.
I hate you, old man.
We love you, short butter girl.
Uh,
We're on opposite quarters. You guys away from each other.
So I deer hunt, and I like to duck hunt, but I haven't duck hunted in years. Yeah, I definitely hunt.
Oh, I duck hunt. That was a badass Nintendo game back in the
Yeah.
day. I used to get all the duckies and the little dog. Yeah.
Are you-
I always wanted to shoot
even
that
old enough
dog
to
when he
remember
laughed
that?
at you.
I'm 43. You're not that much older than me, old man.
Duck.
Old man, look at my life. I'm out like
Oh
you
God, Mike.
were.
All right, granted to Mike singing now.
And then Mike just burst into song, and it just
Yeah,
froze
you
me
know.
in the tracks.
I
That was
like it.
amazing.
It's real, my Apex Odyssey. And what's your first name, by the way?
Cassandra. That's Cassandra.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
Cassandra? Okay,
Hey,
I just
Cassandra.
called her Apex.
Yeah.
Yep,
My goodness.
that happened to me as well.
Gritty eye. Yeah, I can relate
Yeah,
to that.
and it feels like Gail says later, like just jammed a piece of glass in your eye when you.
Yeah. I've never experienced that.
Yeah, it's not good.
We had a
Gail
Nintendo.
says,
We had
Nintendo,
Atari.
please. I played the Atari. I had the Atari 2600, and I also had an
Yep.
old Timex machine that you just played Pong on.
My boyfriend had
Yep.
Pong. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. The Atari was great though. Space Invaders. We had Tank. You could play Tank on that thing. Me
Yep.
and my brother played for hours, and you could
Hey.
set it to bounce the bullets and
So,
just.
so
yeah,
we had
Atari
the
was lots of-
Odyssey, which came out before all that. And you actually
What?
taped a template
Pitfall.
on your screen and put a card in, and based on the card, it allowed, using the controller, you could move the dot in the areas that you taped. Like they had a haunted house, and all it's crazy. So you had different
Oh, wow.
templates you put on
Oh,
Crystal Mind.
Nice.
What's that?
The worst game ever
E.T.?
in existence.
Oh,
The worst
You
game.
have a copy.
Oh
Ellie.
my
That's
goodness.
great.
oh,
Yeah,
they
they
made
buried these in the
ET
desert.
everything back then.
This
They-
old
they
shit.
Oh yeah,
buried these in
ET.
the desert.
Yeah,
Here with
that
old
was the worst game ever made. But anyway, the Odyssey
Yeah.
came out before Atari and after Pong. It was the guys that made Pong that made the Odyssey. That was their second game. And they had these.
Cool.
I remember we had different size sheets that came with the game, depending on the screen size you had, because the screens were different, right? And they were like oval, kind of, not really. They were like rounded, and you just tape these things to your TV screen. That's the way it was.
Interesting.
You can Google it. There's a commercial for the Odyssey on YouTube. It's pretty archaic. It's crazy.
They had to start
It's come a
somewhere.
long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rick, is that your
before video
landline?
games.
Rick's got a call.
Rick, is that your corded landline?
Spam call.
Blockbuster's calling again. Wants that video back.
That was his fax machine. Got to get that.
Oh, I got a fax machine. I got a couple of them.
But do you have a dot matrix printer, Rick? This I have to know.
I have at least 5 of them.
Do you have any that work?
5 of them work.
I haven't seen one
And you
of
have
those
ribbons?
since
How do you get ribbons for?
I have
1989.
ribbons, and I have the tractor paper in a big box.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome.
I used to work. I mean, I'm extremely old. When I work with computers, that's what we had. We had IBM XTs, and we had some Commodores, and we had some AT&T terminals, and all kinds of old stuff. I got some old computer crap still here.
I remember the Commodores, that song "Still" and "Brick House." Those were good.
There you go.
Well,
I even have I got an old Mac here somewhere. Macintosh,
wow.
Yeah,
like
How about an old
1985 or
IBM?
whatever. I got all kinds of junk.
yeah. My first computer was an IBM clone, the 486DX, with 256 megabyte hard drive and 4 megs of RAM.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
My first computer was a Timex Sinclair.
Oh, I remember that.
I still have it somewhere. And
Nice.
then an Aquarius, and then it was a Commodore, and then it was IBM XT, and I'm trying to think of what else I had. I had so many crappy. I never even bought a computer. I just get them from secondhand.
Yeah, the Trash 80.
I had a Trash 80, and I had that other one that was portable. I'm trying to remember. It's in a metal box.
Yeah, to handle
It had
orange
CPM.
screen.
It didn't even have DOS. What was
Yeah.
that thing called? It's here somewhere. I'm sure it's still in the storage room if it hasn't rusted away.
Cal.
Sound kind of like
I
a
did some
hoarder.
K
a little
Pro.
bit.
It was
Are
a
you a
K
hoarder?
Pro. That's it.
Are you a
K
hoarder,
Pro.
Rick? Do you hoard?
Oh, I got more junk than anybody.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Well,
You have a
some
hard time
people's
throwing
junk
stuff
is
away?
another person's treasure. So
That's
true.
right. You never know when you might use something you picked out of the trash.
That's true. You never know.
Didn't you
Mhm.
say when your truck broke down the other day, you took a bicycle out of your junk pile?
Yes, I took a couple of junk
you
bicycles
go.
and I made one that worked. I'm still riding it.
See?
And I used a milk crate for a basket. I wasn't going to go buy a bicycle basket. You can see my video. I showed a video of it.
that's great.
I think
So
my
one thing,
first.
when you're on the heart attack diet, you improvise. If things don't go your way, you find another way.
My
Sorry,
first
Rob, I didn't
computer-
see you pop back in there.
That's
Oh,
okay,
he-
dude.
Rob's back.
You're
My
wrong.
first computer didn't have a hard drive; it had a tape drive,
Tape
Yeah.
drive.
and,
Oh yeah,
and
What?
it
Commodore
sounded
was
like a
that.
modem when you played it, because you
Yep.
could save it to the tape drive and save it back, and you had to load it because it had no hard drive at all and no floppy
right.
drive. Tape
Hmm.
drive was all I had, and the only language it did was machine language and BASIC. So
Yeah.
I had to learn both those. But that was my first computer. And I remember getting my first hard drive and floppy drive and thinking, oh my gosh, it was a giant floppy drive, right? It was huge.
Yep.
And
5 1/4.
and then when I went to
Yeah,
Africa, this
floppy
is a
drives are
funny
floppy.
story. So I was
I
in
still
Africa.
got my old XT computers.
I was in Africa in like 2003 or 4. And remember the little floppies we had, the little ones? They were
3.5?
like plastic. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them.
So I was there, and some guy in this middle of this conference leaned over and says, "Hey, do you have a stiffy?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Do you have a stiffy?" And I was like, "No." It turns out that they call them floppies and stiffies. The floppies were the big floppy ones, and the plastic ones they call stiffies. I had no clue. I was like, "What the hell is this guy saying to me?"
Did you
It
say
was funny.
stiffy?
Yeah, there was a girl sitting next to me too, and I was embarrassed. I'm like,
what he said.
like, I don't have a stiffy. No, and I didn't either. By the way,
Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that.
Because you were on the standard American diet.
Oh. Becky for the win.
So in South Africa, if you're ever in South Africa and they're asking for a hard drive, they'll ask for a stiffy if it's a small
Okay.
one. I don't know if they call USBs.
That was great, Becky.
You
Good
said that's
job.
South Africa?
That was South Africa. Yeah,
You don't
I
have
was
to
in,
go to South
Cape Town.
Africa to ask for a star. Sorry.
What's that?
Nothing.
She self-censored just in
You might get a
time.
hard drive.
Whew, that was close.
Woo-wee.
Oh man.
Yeah, all right.
Almost.
John's had enough of us.
That's because his green screen keeps moving. I think his green screen's had enough of us.
No, that could be.
I think that's
Pay no attention to what's behind the curtain.
Yeah. Wifey's done.
The wifey's here. You want to say hi?
Hi, wifey.
Hi,
Mhm.
wife.
Hi, wifey.
Hi.
Nurse Backwood.
Nurse backwards.
I love
You're
your proposal out.
Oh, there you go.
What are you pulling out?
Oh, he got his
There you
skippies
go.
out.
He's got a lot
Yeah,
of
I
stiffies.
have some too.
You got
Wow.
I got
Rick's
lots
got a
of
stiffy.
stiffies.
Oh, yeah, there were stiffies and floppies.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yes.
he's got a stiffy.
Oh, Nicole just caught up.
I just caught up. We're good.
Did,
I remember when I was a
You
kid.
didn't
That whole
understand.
conversation went right over her head.
Everything goes over my head, John.
Yeah,
Shut up.
that's
We know.
not too difficult to do with
right.
Nicole.
What
Nicole, why did they keep overlooking us?
Media Magic?
I don't know. Haha. Whoa, what is it?
These are all his apps he had.
Zork. I remember Zork. That was a
Wow.
text-based adventure
Catherine
game.
Bell in the 80s.
Mhm.
You were early adopter.
Yeah, that
did
was
anybody
a-
have like a into television? Does anybody remember those?
What's that?
Did anybody have like an into television?
Oh, I remember.
Into
I remember
television.
seeing
Sort
those.
of-
I
sort
didn't
of
have
like
one.
Atari.
Oh no. Oh, in television.
In
In
television.
television,
Yeah, in
yeah.
television.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
remember
remember
the
those.
My
television
friend had
game
one.
system.
Yeah, they were
Yeah, my
so
friend
cool.
had one we used to play. Yeah, it was good. The
I-
football
I-
game was pretty
I had
good.
one game. It was the B-17 bomber.
Oh yeah,
You remember the voice?
yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that was cool.
I won a computer in 1997, and it was supposed to be this fast gaming system. It was super cool.
Wow, NT.
Anybody recognize that
Out
one?
in Northwest. It was great.
Wasn't a
Here, let's try
Jaguar,
this
was
again.
it?
Crazy. What are we playing now?
What?
Western Digital.
Windows NT.
Drivers.
That's old
Goodness.
school.
Windows
that
NT.
Wow.
Easy Drive.
Well, back in the day when things took 15 minutes to load.
You
Got
had
that
like
right.
20 discs to load the operating
My
system.
first
Mhm.
business was in
Yep.
IT in the 90s.
Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember all that?
Yep.
Try installing Windows 3.1. It was fun.
Wow.
I remember. I've
Yeah,
done
so
it.
that's I started on
DOS,
Windows 3.1.
Upgrading DOS. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Well, and when I first got my computer, Doom just came out and I wanted to play Doom and it didn't have enough memory to run. So I called my cousin who was operating a bulletin board in Tennessee and he taught me how to edit my auto config sys and my auto exec
Oh,
bat
yeah.
or config sys and auto exec
Auto
bat
execute bat,
to
who
put-
can forget that?
yeah,
could
to
do
do the
that.
put my memory in high memory. It's make
Red
room
Hat.
for a conventional memory to play
Yeah,
Doom.
Red Hat
I used to
Linux.
write those scripts.
Red Hat Linux.
Yeah.
Yep. I've had several dual boot Linux machines, but I just get bored
got
with
more
it after a
junk
while
than
because
anybody.
there's just not a lot to do.
I'm the oddball.
We know.
I tried being a carnivore for 40 years to see what happens to you.
Yeah.
I had a Spectrum 48K. That took like half an hour to load one game, and that was side A. Then you had to turn it over.
Whoa.
Everybody remember that?
I remember.
Take it out the tape deck, turn it over, load the other side. At least 35 minutes to load a game.
Wow.
This generation doesn't know what they've got.
No.
That's right.
They could
Well,
log-
now they have to wait for their updates to load, to download. So they still don't have it great.
We got the
Anybody
first
here have a
microwave in our
Commodore
neighborhood.
64?
We had the first microwave in the neighborhood, and all the neighbors came over to watch us make hot dogs and popcorn in the microwave. And it was pretty terrible. It was like burned. Half the hot dog would explode. It wasn't even, I guess. Like the ends would blow out. It would look terrible. It looked like a Franken dog, right? And then
I remember that.
you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them doing that. Yes.
But I remember before that, we used to do the Jiffy Pop. Remember the Jiffy Pop and the tinfoil pop up, and you get on the
I
stove
remember
burner
Jiffy Pop.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Jiffy Pop. Yeah, that was good stuff.
that was good stuff. I tried
You
it
get the big
recently
old foil thing.
because I got well, not recently, but with my son when he was like when I first got divorced, like in 2018, 2017. I tried that Jiffy Pop. It's out there still, but it doesn't taste the same. I think they've added all kinds of chemicals to it and stuff.
Well,
It
now
doesn't
they
taste-
use vegetable.
Yeah, that's probably the difference. It used to be good back then. It's probably butter in there.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, now it's all kinds of. It doesn't taste good, and so I tried it because I thought
It tastes like
I was
plastic.
nostalgic. I was waxing nostalgic, and I thought, well, I liked it as a kid. Maybe my son will like it, and no, not so much. He didn't like it, and I didn't either.
My mom used to like microwave popcorn, but I started making her popcorn in lard. That was much better.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh,
that is good.
Heart attack popcorn.
There you go.
Sounds good.
You got to put lard on
You get-
everything. Lard and
Do any of you
tallow.
guys have a Commodore 64?
Yeah,
Yep.
of course. I had
Yeah.
a couple of them.
Yeah,
Bruce
So-
does in the comments.
Carnivore 64, when you had them, and this was when I was a kid, they had a magazine came out called Compute, and you would go in there and you would type in these programs, and it was literally
I got
0
those back.
1 1 1 0 0 1 1, and you'd spend freaking days, if not weeks, typing this into the program to run this game that you thought was really cool, and you'd finally get it done, and you run this thing, and it was the lamest thing that you ever played, and you're like, okay, next one, let's try this one, and then you spend another week doing it 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1, yeah, writing binary.
Oh, good.
Wow.
So you got a syntax error one after the other.
Oh yeah, if you messed up a number, then you had to go back and figure out where you messed up at.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
So at your age, is it possible to go through aging, or what do you call it when boys' voices change because your voice is cracking? Like what's going on over there? Are you okay?
It's late.
See, if you were
late
here
on-
at the beginning, you would already have an
Wasn't
answer.
here.
But since you showed up late to the party, you don't know that I'm suffering from a cold. But thanks for pointing it out.
Oh, I take it back. I really feel horrible and bad.
No, you
about
don't.
myself.
No, you don't.
It's time to
I know.
change. You've got to rearrange. It's the Brady Bunch.
That's why
theme.
that's why I'm not doing a lot of talking tonight, is because
With Peter's
got the
voice
thing
crack,
going on.
that's hilarious. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll forgive
The
Nicole
silver
when
platters.
she roasts the vegan.
But,
Roast
you know,
the vegan. Roast the vegan.
if poor Nicole didn't eat her nappy poo and would have showed up on time.
Yeah, in my defense, I thought the stream was already full because I tried to stream to my thing and it wouldn't let me. It kept saying it's reached maximum
That's
participants.
because you showed up
What?
late.
No, this was
when the
last
stream
week.
started.
No,
When the
I
stream
tried-
started, there was only 6 of us in here.
Listen,
you didn't
John,
show up and-
I
you
tried
didn't show up.
streaming like a week or two ago, and it wouldn't let me
do it
connect
either,
because
so
it
don't
said
feel bad.
maximum participants.
Because you showed up late.
Needed her nap. Leave her alone. She's perimenopausal. Come on.
Oh my goodness, that does explain a lot, doesn't it? Actually,
Guys,
Mm.
you're a
It doesn't
break.
surprise me, and doesn't
Oh,
surprise me in
butter.
2023 that Perry's menopausal. So
Thank-
Oh,
Don't mind me. I'm molting.
Needs naps.
You need some naps. Puberty, that's it. The man thing, puberty.
yeah.
Oh,
Very late onset.
So we
Yeah.
should do
Alright,
a dude show instead of the
I'm hurt, I'm
lion show.
leaving.
We should do a lion show. And we can talk about testes dropping and
Yes.
Yeah, that's
We
great.
can talk about
Lion
boobs
life.
sagging.
Oh my.
Right.
Mike, I
Yeah.
think we can gross you out more though. I don't think you can gross women out.
no, I don't think we can either. But at least we'd have our own space.
But thank you
You
so
know.
much, Renee. Puberty. That's the word of the day. Puberty. The man thing,
You-
aka puberty.
That's not a man
Women
thing.
have it too.
Girls
You
have
need
it
a
too.
show called
Puberty too,
Offend the
Nicole.
Vegan.
Right. The human thing. Oh wait, probably other animals have puberty too. I
Gail.
don't
Gail.
know. Gail.
Has
Gail.
anyone ever
Wow.
eaten duck
I
testicles?
want to sing that
my-
song.
Am I the only one that thinks this looks like the Brady Bunch on here?
No,
Yeah,
it
it does.
does.
Oh,
We already did.
yeah, we've been
this.
talking about it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm looking at
Have some
Alice.
Now
duck
Larry is
testicles.
Alice. Sorry, Mike, you lost your place as Alice. Larry is now
I know.
Alice.
I'm Mike Brady now, I think.
Alice,
I'm Alice.
Alice ran the place.
Yes,
And
she
I
did.
just
Alice
was
was
Larry
in the middle,
would.
was she? It was Mike Brady in the middle, looking up and looking
No,
down. or
Alice
something, wasn't
is in the
Was it
middle.
Alice?
Alice was
No,
in
Alice
the-
is in the middle. Mike Brady was top middle, and Florence was bottom middle, and the kids were on the sides.
Quack.
I think.
Girls
Someone
on
could Google it, I
girls
guess.
on this side, boys on
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
All
we're
of them
trying
had
to-
hair of gold, just like their mother. The youngest one in pearls or something like that.
It-
Curls.
It shows a
Girl.
black square in the
Girl.
middle. Alice gets thrown in the end.
Yep.
In the end, right?
There we go.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Oh,
Florence
There
is
we
up top.
go. Okay.
So I'm
okay.
Florence.
I'm Greg.
Who am I?
I remember
Oh,
when they put
Peter.
a payphone in their living room.
I'm the one whose voice cracks.
John, you're Marsha. Marsha.
Hollywood Squares.
Right.
As long as I'm not the
Awesome.
fruity guy.
My God, what's happened to me?
You're Bobby.
Bobby.
Well, we'll call you Robbie.
There you go.
Robbie Brady.
Robbie
Yep.
Brady.
Poop checked. Subject. Testicles check.
Gail.
We're checking off all the things.
Right?
Perimenopause,
Testicles
Gail,
check.
added to the list.
Added to the
Perimenopause
list.
was mentioned.
That's right.
Yep. Right. Yep.
Yeah. Two vegans fall
could do-
over a cliff. Who does it help?
What?
What?
Two vegans fall over a cliff. Who does it help?
I don't know.
Society.
Yeah.
Or
I wish there were
Bruce
more
is pointing out
vegans.
it could be Hollywood Squares.
We need more
Oh,
vegans.
Hollywood Squares, the X's and the O's. Yes.
That means Larry is Paul
Paul
Lynn.
Lind.
There you go.
We knew.
I like Paul Lynn.
Old
There you
fruitcake.
go.
Renee says
I'll
a
take
cherry
Larry
was
for the
popped.
block.
Larry for the block.
We
Whose
could do a
cherry was popped,
carnivore
Renee?
Hollywood Squares.
Arnold
There you go.
Squares. That's
Larry.
Larry. And
Well, he's got his-
I think you're onto
Center
something.
Square.
He's got
It's
more
on
hair
Florence
than me.
Henderson. That's great.
I think
I
you're
feel
onto
so
something.
pretty. Or on
Gail's doing-
something.
Got all the subjects down here today.
Yep, I think we covered everything.
Christmas movies.
Carnivore Hollywood Squares.
Oh, Larry's cherry was popped.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
slow
My
tonight.
carnivore cherry.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
By watching
She's
Dante,
my
I think,
cherry
wasn't it?
pie.
By Dante.
Dante's video.
Ancient technology.
Everyone gets
Does
their
his wife know
carnivore
that?
cherry popped. Everyone
Cherries are
does.
good food.
Everyone.
All right,
There's no
good.
shame.
Good.
Good.
It's natural.
Good. Be proud of it.
Interesting that we're using a fruit for that.
True.
We didn't make it up.
Right.
Not-
We didn't make
Yeah,
it
we
up. I
use
guess
all
no
the
one's come up
idioms
with
and
You
anything
can say
better.
popping a meatball. I mean, meatballs they don't really pop.
They don't
Cherries
pop
kind of do.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ducky Wookie.
Testicles might.
I don't know.
Duck
This
testicles.
whole conversation's
Try it.
gone downhill, hasn't it? See what happens with the
As
culture.
you wanted. Come on.
That's what always happens at the end of the party.
Yeah.
Someone puts on the lampshade. You know.
Yeah.
Popping the cherry sounds better than like popping a
This whole
meatball.
conversation's just gone south. Nicole shows up. We start talking about testicles popping.
Well,
Hell.
Mike just showed us his boobs. He just like put his like whole chest in front of the camera. Like I don't want a close up of that.
You're just mad because he's tall enough to do that.
Oh.
Be careful. My boobs are fragile.
So are John's.
God. Oh my God! You know, there's actually 44 people actually paying attention to us right now. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Good job hanging in there, guys.
I can't
We're
believe
beating
it.
CNN right now.
I've got like 19 on mine, I think.
And ESPN.
Oh,
Yeah, 19 are on my channel.
Rock on.
Dang.
I have two.
They're Texans.
show off.
They're
I
almost
got
half
10.
Texans.
I got 10.
I know Bruce is here,
Here we go. Carnivore question.
and I saw
Okay, this
running
is
cap
really
earlier.
good. Yes.
Finally.
Good question.
Thank
I
goodness.
used to be medium rare, but I'm leaning more towards rare these days. So probably between mid rare to rare. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Medium rare.
Same.
Aristocrat. Medium rare.
I'd
Yeah,
I'd
medium
lose
rare
my
to medium.
carnivore card if I told you.
What is it, Becky?
So,
Crispy.
Dr.
Well
Kildee,
done. She's
Wait,
gonna say well
wait.
done.
Not well done, but
Oh.
not super
Pretty well.
pink.
Burnt to
Yeah.
a crisp.
Yeah. Do you use
Crispy.
ketchup?
No way. No way.
Do I use ketchup?
Y'all ever seen the movie Cowboy Way?
Hmm.
You know,
No.
knock its horns off, wipe its butt, throw it on a plate.
There
How
you
my
go.
dad likes to say it is, he's like, you see this steak, you put it to the fire, it's done. That's it. That's how he likes to eat it.
Wow.
And then
Mhm.
and next, favorite cut of beef.
Mm.
Favorite what?
Oh,
That could
ribeyes, if you
Good
can
job,
afford it.
gal.
Mm,
Still mooing.
I like Chuck.
I like chuck roasts and steak.
So the comment above Gail's from Miss E.
Me too.
Have you guys ever heard of
There you go.
Have you guys ever
Favorite
heard
cut
of
of beef?
Pottinger's cats?
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a study they did with raw meat and cooked meat.
Mhm.
And you can Google Pottinger's cats and find out. And basically, the cats that ate the raw meat were healthier and lived longer than the ones that ate the cooked meat. And they were able to control their diet completely. So very interesting. So maybe more rare is probably better for you.
It
Mm,
probably
of
is
course.
because you're not probably destroying a lot of nutrition in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Probably.
got
I
more,
mean, essentially, it is for cats. So
Yeah.
it's got more
Right.
flavor.
But
Any,
we're all
any,
cool
it's
cats. in
also
here.
got flavor. Yeah.
any beef
in our
when it
line
goes
is-
past medium rare is like a bullet.
It's
Well,
Yeah,
after
they-
what Ellie said, I want to go on the orca diet.
I'm gonna post this in the chat, guys. Pottinger cat link. You guys can take a look.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There's actually a video. It's a case showing the study effects of cooked versus raw food in animals. Very interesting. So
Miss E here wants to know what our favorite cut of beef is. Mine is tri-tip.
Bye-bye.
Picanha.
T-bone.
Pecan.
T-bone.
Picanha.
ground
I have not
Chuck-a-picanha.
seen it here yet.
I've been
Chuck-a-picanha.
converted.
No.
Chuck-a-picanha.
ground is my favorite
Check
if
it
I
out.
eat every day, but ribeye is my specialty steak. But yeah, ground
Ribeye.
I like a good tri-tip.
I
Anything anybody else cooks for me.
yeah.
Oh, brisket. If I go to a barbecue in Texas, it's brisket. Fatty
Mm,
brisket, moist.
yes, fatty.
moist
Fatty
brisket.
brisket.
Steak. T-bone steak.
T-bone's good. That's what my parents got me when I went to Montana. It's like they were quite
Mhm.
good. Yep. Just don't overcook them. Pittsburgh
That's
rare.
I've never heard of that. It's funny.
Gail said slightly dead. Gail, you're cracking me up. You're cracking me
Mostly
up,
dead.
Gail.
Exactly, Renee.
Good job, Mom. Good job.
That's good parenting right there.
I love it. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
Well,
put anything
you have
on
to
a
put
steak.
you have to put sauce
Ever.
on a steak. It's because you overcooked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't put anything on a
If
steak.
you've overcooked the steak,
Nope.
then it's going to taste terrible unless you put something on it because it's
Yeah.
dry and
On mine.
Yeah. As soon as
Give
it
it
goes
to the
past
dogs.
like medium rare.
Correct.
yeah,
My
Slightly dead.
Christmas ribeye.
yeah. Just sear the outside, kill the
Yeah.
bacteria, and eat the meat.
Mhm.
Does
Like
anyone-
Ellie, were you doing My Precious? It sounded like Ellie was doing My
I'm
Precious.
excited for my Christmas ribeye. My
The
in-laws
ribeye.
were like, yeah, my precious.
There it is.
Yeah, I
knew
did
it.
it.
Where can Julia get picanha online? Because I don't have experience with that because my butcher will do it. Or I can get it at Walmart. It's just right there.
Yeah,
Check out the
Walmart has
Google
it.
Get it
machine.
from Costco. That's where I get it.
Yep, Costco.
Yeah, you
you
have
can
to
get it.
Check
Uh,
online.
Walmart or Sam's.
Bruce.
I've never
I'm
seen
so
picanha
Bruce, you're cracking me
anywhere. Maybe because I'm not looking for it, but maybe I will look.
You have to look for it. I mean, it's there though, for sure. I mean,
What
it's
is
pretty
picanha?
Sirloin cap.
It's sirloin cap. It's like the end of the sirloin and it has a thick fat cap on the end of it and it's delicious.
Mm, yeah.
Sounds good.
They have it at Frisco Imas.
Oh, seriously, guys, it's like 20 to 3 in the morning. I know what
What
I'm
are
going to
you
be doing
doing
at
up?
4 in the morning. I
You
know I'm
better
going to
get, you better get off, bro.
No, man. I mean, I know what I'll be doing when it's over. I'll be in the kitchen.
I appreciate you joining us.
You're making him hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Might as well stay up
Yeah.
now.
I'm hungry 3.
Hungry for.
I've got
Hungry
some
for
sirloin
the
in
block.
kitchen. I'll crack open the butter, whack it in the cast iron. Oh, medium rare. Oh,
I can't cook because my daughter's sleeping in the living room because my son has been sick. So he wakes her up at night, and so she's been sleeping at the couch. So I can't cook.
Julia, you are a long way from a Walmart.
You are on the sticks. We have to go 30. I go 35 miles to the nearest Walmart. No, 30. But yeah, it's all good.
Like 5
What
minutes
do
from
y'all-
mine.
I've got recipes on my video on my channel of how I cook my steaks.
Yeah, me too, Missy.
I do either frozen steak, typically in the air fryer, or I do a reverse sear, either using a smoker or my oven to get the temperature right, and then sear it on the pan.
Oh, she wants to know how to cook picanha.
I'll tell you how to cook picanha. So this is what I do, Missy. I don't have a lot of fancy equipment around here, so I just have an oven. So I put the picanha roast. I take it out of the, wrapping. I put a bunch of Redmond smoked salt, or you can just use the regular salt is fine. And then I put butter. I just rub butter all over it till it's practically yellow. And then I heat the oven to 500 degrees while I'm doing that. And I put it in that 500-degree oven for 5 minutes per pound. So if it's 2 pounds, it would be 10 minutes like that. You probably don't want to go much past 12 or 13 minutes, even if it starts to get a little bit bigger. That's about the max. Then you're going to turn off the oven and just let it ride for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Ellie got away with an hour and a half, she said. It was she did it, but I usually do 2 hours, and it turns out perfectly. Like the outside gets this crust on it. It's like pink all the way through, and then the like butter and fat kind of drip down and make a delicious like this juice that I just pour over the top.
Wow.
So stinking good. Like it doesn't miss. Like, it's just really good. But I do have a video on my channel if you can't remember all that.
Rick's eating some sardines.
But he's doing a sardine. He's like,
sardines, not for everybody.
Sardines are great. Sardines are the perfect food. The protein to fat ratio is perfect, kind of like eggs too. Both of them are perfect in that regard.
I'm carnivore.
They're
Do I have to
delicious.
fry sardines? Do I have
And they're not far; they're too small to farm feed, so they're going to be better quality. You don't want farm
Gonna eat
fed
bugs.
fish.
Hello, welcome to.
I figured Nicole needed a better view.
watch him up close and personal.
Okay, welcome to the Rick cooking show. Yeah. I like sardines, but without the tomato sauce, just the oil.
In water. I like them in water.
I like them to stay in water alive and not eaten.
Yeah, they can stay in the ocean water, right, Nicole?
There it is. In water, right there.
In water.
Yep.
Cast iron or grill. I'll do either, but I love cast iron.
I love cast iron too.
All the time.
I don't have a grill yet, so.
I did think about getting myself an air fryer this week.
They're nice.
Yeah, they are nice.
One of
Especially
the,
if you do forget to take a steak out, you can cook from frozen in an air fryer.
Yep. I like doing that.
Yeah, I was
You have
looking
to
at
have
the
an air fryer that goes over 400 though, so you probably want to get one that goes to 500.
Yeah.
So you can get to 450 for a frozen ribeye. It depends on the size of the steak, though. You could probably, if it's a thinner cut, you can go with the 400.
Yeah.
I don't know what they cut them like, those Denver steaks.
Nicole, he's drinking sardine juice.
Yeah.
This guy up here, he's got a.
Are you satisfied, Rick? Are you okay? That's all that matters. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great snack, let me tell you. I love sardines.
Yep, I eat them.
That's part of my
I'm a
nutritious
weird
breakfast.
one. I'll scare everybody away.
That's the man that's been sated right there.
I had
I
2
treat
cans of
sardines like
sardines and some cod
treat
livers
candy.
this morning. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to go. I wanted to say thanks for having me because today was kind of like a horrible day. So this
Yeah.
made my night.
I hope
So
we
I
cheered
really-
you up, Ellie.
Yeah, it was
With our
really nice.
craziness.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Good night.
Good
I
night.
think we're all starting to wind down.
Bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
We've
she
been
the
going
guest
at
that
this
leaves and then everyone else, and then it breaks up the whole party?
Yep, party.
Yeah. Well, we've been going at
Seal
this
has
for
been
what,
broken.
2 hours and 46 minutes.
Yeah,
The seal
I'm
has been
hungry
broken.
for sure. I want to go eat.
Yep.
Pray me some duck testicles.
Yeah, I'm
Where
heading to the kitchen.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
See you later.
Super
Sounds good.
hungry.
All right, Carnivore Rob. Appreciate you, bud.
Yeah, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Night. Nice to meet you.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Isn't that what you say? I don't know. I
Cheerio.
tried.
Cheerio.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers
That's what
is
you
good.
say,
Yep.
typically.
Cheers.
Cheerio would be like maybe a gentleman or something. You're in a pub
Oh,
and you
okay.
say cheers. Yeah, you know.
There you go. I like that better.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you guys have been doing a marathon stream. You guys have been hanging in there. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Nothing
old
unusual
people, huh?
about that.
Us old people can hang in there, right?
We can.
Yeah.
We invented parties.
Some of us did need a nap to do it.
Right? I mean, animal houses of my generation.
That's
It's
right.
on the 24-hour live stream.
Who do you think invented all this stuff, Nicole?
Right. Keg stands don't invent themselves. All right. Let's put it
That's
that way.
right. Yeah.
Neither do
Or beer
pong.
pong.
Right.
Right.
That's all invented by us.
Right.
Specifically you.
Nicole wanted to crash a party, you guys. I had to stop her. I had to hold her back. We
So
were
we
at a
were
restaurant and there was like a wedding party, and she was like, "Ooh, want to go have fun over there?" And I was like, "What?
That's
No,
a great
that's
movie.
not our party,
Wedding
Nicole."
You show up with alcohol, you can go in anywhere.
Yeah.
No,
That's true.
I said no. I
That is
told her I'd
true.
film her while she crashed the party, but I wasn't doing it. She was ready to
That
do
would
it.
be good too.
It all would have made for great YouTube.
All for
It
the
sure would
YouTube.
have.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you should have recorded it.
Well, we were
Yeah.
standing in front of this house, and their whole front was open. It's not just a door; their whole front of their house was like a
Oh yeah,
sliding
the whole
door.
front of the house was a sliding door, but it was the whole wall. It was a glass wall, and it was just open.
It was just wide open. So I looked at Christy. I was like, "You just want to go sit on the couch, turn on the TV, and continue the conversation?" And she stopped me from doing that
could
too.
have went in
She's
there and
like,
rated all their
"Blockbuster."
meats, and you had a big plate full of carnivore, and you had conversation.
I put the kibosh on that too. I'm telling you, Nicole
It's a
went to great
funbuster.
places.
I felt welcomed. They left their house open.
They left her house wide open.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Now
crazy
what are you
enough.
drinking, Rick?
Nicole would be the right influence on me. I would have gone probably.
He
Thank
would
you.
have.
What
I've
is
been
it,
like,
Rick?
sure.
It looks
Why
like
not?
milk.
Looks like
Kefir.
green.
Kefir.
Kefir.
I make
I've
it
heard people
myself.
call it kefir, kefir.
Kefir.
Got to have my
It's
dairy.
basically rotten milk, basically.
She's a 5th grade teacher. She's got to be.
I ruined the fun for Nicole. I know, Gail. So, Gail, when you meet up with Nicole, the two of you can go crash all the parties you want.
Pretty good.
Renee would have gone with me too. I'm telling you, there
She
was this.
would.
My husband and I
Yeah.
call it the party house in Huntington Beach on the main drag. There was like this little block of a house that's no longer there, but there would be like beer cans lined up on their front porch. So I looked at my husband, their door was cracked open a little bit. I guess they got drunk and passed out. So I looked at my husband, I was like, you want to go to get a 6-pack and just say, hey, we're here, and just hold up this 6-pack.
Oh, you'd be welcomed.
That's what I'm saying. Show up with booze.
Yep.
You
Where's the
I'll
time?
let you in.
Yep.
My house,
Yep.
you see bones in the front yard.
Fossils of duckies he killed. Like,
That's so awesome.
Chicken bones,
Artifacts
beef
and
bones,
fossils.
pork bones, duck bones.
Tales from Rick's
Art
Crypt.
not like this dream. That's Rick's front yard.
There's bones all over my yard. Look at my garden. It looks like a graveyard.
Coming up next on Rick's Crypt.
Oh my goodness.
That's so
hey,
good.
Rick, you got a little something right there.
Yeah. Little.
No, really,
I
you got a
know.
little.
Right there.
He knows. It's part of the charm.
Like I said, if people saw me, they would never start the carnivore diet. They'd say, no way am I going to be like this guy. He's nuts.
Yes, they're like our mascot in the community.
Oh,
That's right, Becky.
It's a long-term side effects.
We all want to be like Rick. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm going to be that 80-year-old lady drinking beer.
Kefir.
And
Being
riding
the
the
duck.
You gotta learn how to say it first, but yes.
You're like Maggie.
Like Maggie. Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
man.
love to be I'd like to be like Maggie now. Yeah.
The Kefir cat lady.
Yes, DC. Yes, he's like an episode of the Twilight Zone. I call it the Rickaverse.
Yeah.
And you are now entering. I don't know, Mike. Come on, Mike. Help me out here. The trailer for the Twilight Zone.
There's-
The intro.
There's the signpost up ahead. Yep, it's the Rickaverse. In a universe of wonders and dreams and ducks
Yeah.
and iguanas.
Yep. Check.
There's the signpost up ahead.
Mike, that's our next commercial, man. Come on.
Yep. Yep. I think I'm going to take what I have and edit what we have.
Yes, I want to
do-
put it out, you guys. It's going to be awesome. We made a
It's going to
commercial.
be awesome. I just need a couple more testimonies. That's all I'm missing. But
Well, Larry will do
I
it.
could.
What testimony you
write
want?
it.
80s are calling again.
I'm doing a parody on drug commercial, except it's for carnivore diet.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. And but Christy and her mom, they're what made. I won't say anything else. I'm going to surprise
Don't give it
everybody,
away. No
but-
spoilers.
Yeah,
I pulled my
no
mom into
spoilers.
this shenanigans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
poor mom.
So it's gonna. That's what makes it. It's gonna be good.
But he
Rick,
needs a
don't
testimonial,
drain.
Larry, like just what carnivore did
Yeah.
for you, like your weight loss or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just
I
real
can do
quick.
that.
Just give
Okay.
him like a little clip and just send it
Send
to
it
Mike.
to MikeShawTV@gmail.com.
What do
I
you
gotta go
want it to
answer
say?
facts.
Well, just like 2 or 3 sentences. You know, carnivore saved my life, or I've lost 1,700 pounds since
Right.
trying the carnivore
A
diet.
metric
or-
ton.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
It is a
Oh,
of an
guys, we're gonna wrap this up because I
All
I
right.
lost 75
All
pounds
right.
by eating moose.
oh my goodness, he's like, I'm going at it now.
Man.
I think
make
the
my
next,
own yogurt. I could probably make kefir.
I think the next stream we should do a mukbang. I think we should do a mukbang.
Everybody bring food.
Yeah, but we have to make it
Is that what a
earlier. I can't be
mukbang is?
starting to
Because
eat
I'm
at
hungry
8:30 p.m.
right now, and I have to leave to go get the food. Look at what Gail said, Mike. Gail will do a testimonial. Carnivore restored my relationship with my cats.
Yeah.
Do it. Send it to mikeshawtv@gmail.com. Anybody who's seeing this now, if you got like a 2-3 sentence testimony, funny or straight, mikeshawtv@gmail.com.
Yep.
We'll
Because
throw it
we
in
have
the
more
commercial.
ideas too for
Yeah, we do.
Like
for the commercial.
carnivore diet restored my morning wood.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
there's already a reference
Even
to
I
that
get that.
commercial,
Yeah, I know.
Mike.
That's how you know your testosterone's coming
That's
back.
right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I don't need a
I'm
blood
very-
test. Like I
very
said, I
happy
live
for
my
you.
body.
What's so
No
unusual
longer
So
about
just
that?
say-
sloppy.
My tea's back up, and
It's a
so am
stiffy.
I.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey guys,
All right.
Saturday, January 13th, next Carnivore Hangout.
Okay.
Sound good?
All right.
Sure.
Sounds
All
good
right.
to me.
Saturday, January 13th will be the next Carnivore Hangout. I'll put it together. Yeah, if anybody's got some ideas for the theme of the thumbnail, shoot me an email. Let me know because
Quack it
Testosterone.
up. Quack it up.
Gotta
morning
see
wood
a
or something.
vlog or
We'll come up with something.
Yeah, you know.
No longer floppy.
Yeah.
Floppy
Right.
disk. One of the hard ones.
You got it, Stiffy.
Stiffy.
That, you know what? That's funny. That's what he did too. He goes, "Have you got a stiffy?" And I was like,
Come
I
on,
was
dude.
like, "What?"
You're like, seriously?
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
But no, I don't.
It's like the fish that got away every time you tell the story.
Yeah.
I got hundreds
Oh.
of them.
We're happy for you, Rick.
All right.
John's-
We'll do
John's
this
trying to
again in a
wrap it
month.
up.
All right. Bye.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
All right. You guys all have a good night.
Night.
Nelly Kaliki Maka.
All right.
Quack.
Mahalo.
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 Hasta la next time.